Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the lawnmower. He smoke the sour. Could've been a hippie, could've been a shower. Bread with no dread, black top, hold ya.
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord. What up, gang? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? It's the Q&A, man. We live, man. It's the Q&A. John, what up? We here, man. I missed y'all yesterday. I did. I created the incorrect time. I was in school yesterday, so I couldn't be here, but much love, man. We here now, man. We're here to answer all the questions. Let me mute this. Actually, don't need this up here. I just want to mute this, to be honest. All right, let's mute this. Smoke, yeah, you think I seen you come in yesterday too, man. I was doing homework, man. I was doing schoolwork. That's why a lot of times you'll see me disappear, man, for like a week, you know. I mean, technically I could probably go every day with videos, but I usually run into that burnout, you know. I got full-time job, I got full-time college, I got Team ZaZa, we got whatever else we do, you know, being a dad, my girl, all of these things that we got. Real life, you know. A lot of these other influences, man, this is all they do, man. That's all they do. I do it at a high level though, man. We do it at a high level. So they say when you do, you know, what did they say? Like the jack of many trades is a master of none. But see, I'm kind of like the opposite, man. I try to focus on mastering anything I do and doing it at a high level. So sometimes it causes me to crash and burn, man. Yeah, man. Caribbean Mafia. I don't know if everybody call that life, man. I got a lot of shit going on. That's what I say, man. Team ZaZa, ZaZa Genetics, full-time college student, business major with a 3.8 GPA. My GPA went down. Full-time work for the state. You know, I do all that at the same time. So I don't know if everybody does that, but shout out to whoever else does that too. Much love, man. I need to recharge a lot, man. I always need to recharge. What's good, man? Tonight's Q&A, though, man. Tonight is the Q&A, man. So let's start it up. Ask away Q&A. Ask away Q&A. So go ahead, man. Post your questions. If you want to support what I do, you want to support the live, man, you can do it through super chats down at the bottom. Send a super chat. Show some love. Show some support. You know, if we reach our goal of 10 super chats in 1 hour, we're giving away a pack. So I think that's the goal. 10 super chats in 1 hour. It should say it down there. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button. Share. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And let's get this thing going, man. Ask your questions, man. Good question. Good question, man. So Broham said, let's start out with the Boondocks glue. Autoflower, when will it be back? That's a good question, man. Awesome way to start it out. There's been some, if you see my recent video, there's been some new discoveries, developments on Boondocks glue. So I found a mutation. We found a mutation, right? And whenever we find something that we are not accustomed to seeing, we have to pull all activity. So it was right on the verge of being released. And then I noticed a mutation. And because we noticed the mutation, we had to pull all production. And we have to determine first the frequency of that mutation. We need to see how often, what's the allelic frequency? How often does this phenotype or this mutation show up within the population? That's the first most important thing we got to figure out. Then we have to determine whether this mutation is something cool that we can use in our generations, future generations, or if it's something that's undesirable and we need to isolate and remove it. So that is the update with Boondocks glue. Unfortunately, it will no longer be released right now. I got to do some investigative work, but good news is we will be doing it together. So I will be bringing the mutation for a seed to harvest video, so we can isolate, select, determine if we need the S1 in order to reproduce. So I'll show you the mutation too. Let's go get the mutation. Hold on. So if you are on Instagram, then you probably have already seen this. This mutation here. It's a really interesting looking mutation. And you'll see it is nothing that resembles anything that we are familiar with looking at. But it is hardy. We've done some stress tests on it, so you can see it's kind of recovering. So it is recovering from some stress testing that we did. So, all right, good one. All right, so next question. Let's see. All right, you got to hit the Q&A thing, I think, to get your question up there. I saw this question. John said, do you know any good CBD strains less than 5% THC? I actually got a couple. I got a couple strains. I'm working on a CBD strain, but off the top, I would tap in with Team ZaZa, man. Ask those guys. They always know what local stuff is going on. John also said, subbed up when I saw you from the stash. Much love, man. Much love, John. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for supporting, man. Thank you for supporting, man. All right. Next question. Also from Broham. There you go. Y'all got to participate. Broham got all the questions. Broham said, how do you come up with the names for your genetics? It's a good one, too. Look at all these comments. Yeah. So technically, I like to associate names with legacy, right? And storyline. I like all strains, I think, should have a story behind it. I think they should have a long history and story behind it. And I think the name should be tied in. So when we think of like Boondocks glue, Boondocks is a neighborhood from that I grew up a while ago. And then what else we got? Dead Ops. Dead Ops is a play on words. Dead Ops is a play on words. We'll leave it at that, and but it does have some storyline behind it. Yeah. I mean, make sure you hit a super chat, man. If you want to support what I do, man, you want to support the algorithm, make sure you smash that like button, man. You know, listen, right now we have a GoFundMe we are supporting too, man. A good friend of mine, family member, has a GoFundMe, man. Her son just completed a kidney transplant, man. So if you want to support, make sure I'm going to put the GoFundMe in the comments. We're going to showcase it for tomorrow's show. So make sure you are at tomorrow's show. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we are doing QCE, the podcast. So make sure you are there. We'll be showcasing the GoFundMe too. So I'll have the link in the description for this. But for more details, we'll be showcasing it tomorrow. And we'll be doing a huge giveaway. And anybody who donates tomorrow for the GoFundMe will be automatically entered in the giveaway to win Dynamico and some seeds by ZaZa Genetics. So let's see. What's the next questions we got? Hold on. Can we veg out the half-life of insecticides like paramethium? So can we veg out the half-life of insecticides? Can we veg out the half? I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're saying. Can we veg out the half-life of insecticides like Promethean? I don't know. I don't understand the question. Can we veg out the half-life? I don't know. So we all know that Promethean isn't good for how we use our flour. But what if we let it veg for a couple months to process out that half-life? Possible or no? I'm not sure. I don't know. What are we using that for? What are we using Promethean? What is that used for? Now it's my Q&A. Now I'm asking the questions. What is that used for? Because that's not something that I use in my breeding program. So you might be teaching me something tonight. Shit. All right, we'll go to the next question. Next question is, what would you recommend for an outdoor grow in the lower Caribbean from your lineup? I mean, Dead Ops OG is always going to be the recommended, only because I've put in the most work in that photo period. It is a combination of several different land races from different regions, which I did strategically to help the breeder, select so that it adapts specifically to that particular environment. So ultimately, when we want to have different chapters of Dead Ops, right? South Africa Dead Ops, Australia Dead Ops, Western United States, Eastern United States, so these are the different versions of Dead Ops. Not necessarily, we kind of want to change the game, right? I'm glad you asked that question because it helps me to introduce an idea that I have to change the game, right? And should I even see people copy me so much? I gotta really stop giving letting people know what I got going on in front of the camera, because these influencers, bro, they are very influenced by me. Like, sheesh, for these people to call themselves influencers, they are highly influenced by me. So, and what they do is they just go and copy everything I say and everything I do, to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna start keeping my stuff to myself. Like, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, you can't even say banger without people coming and just regurgitating everything that I do. And it's, at first it was kind of flattery, but now it's just annoying. Now it's just like, bro, go get your own. Go create your own identity, man. I know I got a little sauce. I know I got a little flavor, but you can't copy that, man. That's just something that's in me, not on me. So you got to have that yourself. I can't teach that. I can teach you breeding, but I can't teach you no flavor, man. I can't teach you the sauce or the swag, man. I can't teach you that, man. Hey, I'm sorry about that. Well, not sorry, you know. All right, let's get into the next questions, man. I don't know what Prometheum is, man. Yeah, but that was a good one for Dead Ops. So Dead Ops OG is what I would recommend for the Caribbean. And to follow up on that question, when you say the lower Caribbean, we have a Trinidad representative on the team who took like 5 first-place cups in Trinidad and several second-place cups as well. Dead Ops, along with a couple other strains, wiped the categories. Dead Ops won first and second place in 2 categories. So Dead Ops is the way to go, man, in any region. And ultimately, it's a strain that I created so introductory breeders can learn to select specifically for their environment. All right, next question. How long does it take? Let me see. We'll just choose it. No. So how long does it take to be able to check for sex and veg? It depends on the plant, man. Let me see. I got a lot of questions over here, but not quite. So I see that some of y'all are trying to ask questions without going through the Q&A. So if I was looking over here at YouTube, I wouldn't see none of the questions. But because I'm looking through StreamYard, I see all of these extra questions people are asking. Listen, if you want to support, use the super chat. Throw your question up like that. But if you just here for the Q&A, then hit the Q&A button so we're not looking at both screens in order to get stuff done. The best stuff can be freaks. You're right about that. So we're going to be pulling and culling mutated genetics for only to keep the mutated. So he says, so we're going to be pulling. No, I didn't say we were pulling anything because it was a mutation. I said I identified an allele that I was not familiar with. So for me, that means stop everything and do the necessary research in order to see what it is. It could be environment, it could be genetics, it could be a combination of both. But that's not, the first thing I need to see is the frequency of the allele. The allelic frequency. I need to see how often this thing is coming out. Then we can determine if it's good or bad, or if it's from the environment or genetics or a combination of both. But that's the reason why we pull. We pull because we're responsible breeders, and anything that doesn't seem of the norm will stop everything and stop all production. I know that's not something you're used to because you're used to a lot of pollen chuckers who just throw you whatever they want and make you accustomed to it, right? You just get used to it. You're just like, oh, thank you. No, it don't work like that in the real world, man. Anything that's I'm not familiar with, or is that not if it's not of my program, or if it's not in my plans, then everything stops. And that's just the acts of a responsible breeder, man. But we don't have too many responsible breeders. People, I ain't even gonna mention people, but let's continue on. I don't know where we'll ever get rid of mutated plants. I don't think we'll ever get rid of mutated plants. I don't know what you mean by that, dude. Like, that's a statement that's based on your lack of education and your lack of familiarity with genetics. So that's normal for you to not know, or you not think, or that's normal. You once you learn this stuff, then you have the ability to think and create hypothesis. I don't really know how to address that statement or question or whatever it is. I don't think we'll ever get rid of mutated plants. I mean, so first of all, a mutation is an inheritable trait. And just like any other inheritable trait, there's a frequency of how much that trait is passed down to future generations. You can either remove or lessen that frequency, or you can increase and fix that frequency. So what you don't think is very much possible, man. But because you don't think it, you should do more research, man, and learn as to why it's possible. why you can remove mutated plants, because they're inheritable traits. That's why. All right. So, matter of fact, Broham said, how long does it take to in veg to sex a plant? I'll put it up there too. But that depends. That depends on the genetics, man. I got it depends on athleticism and vigor at the end of the day. Like, right, my plants are so athletic, they're so vigorous that they will show sex even before flower, right? They'll show sex in 18 hours cycle because they want to produce. You know, they are very healthy, very athletic, and very vigorous. So 8 times out of 10, my baby plants are going to show you sex in about 3-4 weeks, even under 18 hours of light. So it depends on genetics. Also a really good question. So D Graves, good question. D Graves used to be on Team ZaZa, so shout out to him, man. Much love, D Graves. What process do you use to identify? Several processes we can use. Ultimately, the general answer to that question would be inbreeding, right? Inbreeding, and there's several different tools or inbreeding tools that we can use. We can pull out of our toolbox to accomplish the goal of exposing recessive traits. If we need to expose some recessive traits, we need to inbreed in order to do so. I send you pictures. Yeah, man, why not? I love pictures, man. Let's see. Brohim is the only one asking questions, man. Y'all make sure y'all, when breeding, should you flip the male a week before flipping the female, flipping the ladies? You could. It really depends on the genetics, but you could, yeah. So one thing that you need to know about females is that, about males, is that males, unlike females, like when females are flowering up, they kind of simultaneously budding. All of the bud sites, all of the bud sites are simultaneously. Hey, man. When females, all of the bud sites are developing at the same time versus a male, pollen sacs develop at different stages and they open up at different stages as well. So you'll keep getting pollen sacs opening up each day, every other day, and pollen sacs continuously to develop and open up at different stages. So it really depends on the genetics, and yeah, you can definitely start your male first. You can definitely start your male first, man. That's all of the Q&A questions I got. Are we stopping the Q&A? Do you collaborate with anyone in the Lower Caribbean? And what genetics would you recommend for an outdoor grow down here? There you go. See, look, this is something I read already. When you say collaborate, it just depends on what you mean. I mean, I have a team of people from all over the United States and other places around the world, Australia, South Africa, Trinidad, and they are all growers. They're all aspiring breeders. Some of them brand enthusiasts, things like that. So those will be the guys that you want to collaborate with. So reach out to Team ZaZa, man. They'll get you right, man. If you're interested in joining the group, get with them, reach out to them, and they'll point you in the right direction. He said, I got one for you. I'm breeding with World Filio Taxi, but every time I get to F3, they disappear. So I keep back crossing to keep the mutation. What would be the best way to lock it in without reversing it? I got one for you. I'm breeding with World Filio Taxi, but every time I get to F3, all right, so What are you saying? What gets to like what every time you get to F3, what disappears? Like what are we saying disappears? Is it a mutation? So I need more information on that. Are you saying that when you first did your initial outcross, I need to know everything that happened. Like the first outcross, what did you see? The first initial outcross, what did you see? Bear with me with the ads, gang. Shout out to the ads, man. That's the beauty of having a monetized channel, man. So bear with, don't hate on the ads. I know y'all not used to seeing it in this community, but all right, there we go. Yo, what up? Dino Grow? Beadwork, what up? Shout out to you, D Graves. D Graves got Boondocks going on right now. Code name, man. I thought that was funny looking tomato seed on Instagram. Exactly, yeah. It's very interesting looking plant. Have a harvest question. Can I freeze some flour after harvest for long-term storage? Should I freeze it wet? Dry? 5 to 10 days dry, so some moisture. Appreciate it. No, freeze it as is, man. Freeze it as is. Is it still alive, man? It's still alive. It's still fresh. Freeze it as is. You don't have to yeah, freeze it as is, man. You can freeze it live. Much love, Fiery. Big fan of your stuff. Keep up the greatness. Thank you, man. Much love, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for your support. Keep the questions coming, man. All right, gang. It's a mutation. 3 branches per node. Word phyllotaxy is a mutation. 3 branches per node. So what is it? What is it? What's What is it? What is it? What is it about this mutation that you're looking at? Are you looking to isolate the mutation? Is that what you're saying? I'm not really. What is it about the mutation that you want to isolate? What's special about it? Why would it be isolated? Why would it be fixed into it? Like, what about that mutation made somebody want to fix it into a line? You see? And then, once you did the first initial outcross, how many times did the mutation, if it was 10 plants that you popped, how many of those 10 exhibited the mutation during the first F1s? Then, once you inbred, whether it was a selfing or a backcross, whatever it was, from the F2 population, how many showed the mutation at this point? You know, this is the information we need. All right, we back. So names should determine the flavors or looks. That is up to the breeder, man. That's up to the breeder. You can't. How you going? That's like the word German Shepherd determine the look of the dog. The word Rottweiler to describe how the dog looks. Nah, man. That's like as a someone who doesn't even breed. How can you even come up with this information that say that? Oh, that's maybe what you think based on what you like to buy as a consumer. That's not breeder facts. That's just something you just made up. So no, that's not true at all. Strains don't have to be relevant to, the name and whatever. That's just whatever. You know. Much love, John, man. John said everybody want to pop beans. You can do much more. Oh no, man. Got some fresh flowers in the freezer. There you go. Y'all can help him out with that question. I don't smoke concentrates. I think they mean the time is last on the plant. I think they mean the time is last on the plant. I don't know. Perithians are chemical compounds derived from olinders. I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't know what none of that means. I don't even know what is that? What does that have to do with seeds or breeding? Like, do that got anything? I don't know. Or plants or growing. Do that got something to do with growing? What is oleanders? I don't know what that is. Perithian is a very strong insecticide used in lawn care. It will destroy all bugs, but the half-life it leaves behind after it's used is toxic for us to smoke. Half-life that it leaves. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I don't think that's something that you would want to gamble with, man. I don't think it's that serious. So, my opinion on IPM, if that's what the topic is, if that's what you're asking about, yeah, be strategic with your IPM. A lot of because we consume, right, or whatever, our flowers, our vegetables, we consume them, right? We got to use like natural, organic. That's what they push, right? Organic, because we eating it, smoking it, right? Same thing for vegetables, corn, all the stuff that we eat from the farmers. I don't know. I will follow the farmers. If you got a really bad pest problem, and none of that organic stuff is working, neem oil, peppermint oil, all of these different combinations of oils and organic stuff. If that stuff is not working, then follow what the farmers do with their fruits and vegetables, man. Follow what the farmers do with their fruits and vegetables. Hold on, be right back. Nah, I'm gonna call it back to back because I don't believe that you sleep. That's I don't like that. But I don't, bro. Call back to back. I don't like it. I shouldn't have to go through this shit. waiting every day for the next moment, you're gonna get frustrated and walk off and walk away. And you're doing shit like this. You're supposed to just go through the whole rebuilding process, gaining trust process. You know, you don't. You do this shit. At nighttime, when you go to bed, because who knows? Oh, it's time to hurt. It's the same act. It's the first time. It's always a problem. I'm trying to call you anymore. But I need to talk to you today. So what the fuck is going on? All right. What we got here, man? So I used to prefer reg seeds, but now I prefer fems. Why don't you like fems? So I never said I don't like fems. I don't like that inexperienced growers are scared of regular seeds. I think people in a lack of experience makes them scared, right? And I think that's something that I try to work out of this community, man. It's all of these scared growers, right? They're so scared with the lack of experience. They're like, oh no, I just want fems, man. I'm so bad that I'm willing to do testing to test if these. I mean, that's unnecessary, man. You know, educate yourself so you can be comfortable with the plant, man. You don't have to use feminized seeds in order to work with the plant, man. Educate yourself, make yourself comfortable with the plant, man. Stop following these influences that's teaching you to go test your plants because you're not confident enough to choose and determine whether it's a male or female. Come on, man. Let it go, man. But that's why I use reg seeds as an educational tool. It's not because I like them so much. I can care either way. I don't care either way. Reg, fem, don't matter to me. That's not how I determine. I determine based on traits, inheritable traits. I don't determine if it's a male or female, which makes it good or bad. That don't make sense. I determine on I like you or don't like you based on the traits that you possess. That's it. Can plant seed without pollen? Can plant seed without pollen? Nah. Can a woman get pregnant without sperm? Nah, absolutely not. No way. Impossible. Let's see. Oh gosh, there's a lot of questions here now. When breeding, should you flip a male a week before? We read that. How do you pick the mother and father? It says, how do you pick the mother and father to get what you want? Because if you pick the same strain but flip the parents, it'll be different. Ooh, shit. You say what now? How do you pick the mother? How do you pick the father and mother to get what you want? Because if you pick the same strains, but flip the parents, it'll be different. I don't know what that means. I can't understand the question, to be honest, man. I don't know what you're saying, bro. But basically, I picked mother and father based on lineage, man, based on family tree. So you want to use something that you can trace the lineage back to ancestry. I think they mean the time it lasts on the plant. Hades Throne is yeah, man. I mean that's not something I'm not working it right now. That was a donor parent. So Hades Throne was really just a donor parent. I needed Hades Throne for a particular some traits, and and that's what we haven't really gotten a chance to bring it out yet. If we let the plant continue to release those harmful chemicals, would they go away? I don't know about that. I don't know enough about. Hey, man, Grant Dwayne, man, much love. Shout out for the super chat, man. Thank you, Grant. Much love, man. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you, Brody. Thank you, man. Like I said, we got a goal to get to 10 super chats within an hour. Did we miss our goal? We got a couple minutes before we get there. We got one super chat. So thank you, Grant Dwayne, man. Much love, man. Much love, man. Thank you. White Pirate OG up next. That is a strain by 703 Grow Bro. He's working on it. And that is Dead Man's Gelato times shit. You gotta ask him. I don't know. It's our in-house stuff. So sometimes not tell flower. 703, I'm assuming Dead Man's Gelato Cross. Yes, it is. Damn, I'm late. Wow. Just my first ad in a live stream. How about F1 hybrids? If there's a weird mutation that might be just a correlation of two opposite kin. What? He said, how about, like, what's the question? How about F1 hybrids? If there's a weird mutation that might be just a correlation of two opposite. I don't understand that question. Man, y'all got some tricky questions, bro. I thought these questions was gonna be a little straightforward, man. I need a goddamn interpreter for some of this stuff y'all got going on, man. I don't know how to answer that, bro. I don't know what you're trying to say. How about for F1 hybrids, if there's a weird mutation that might be just a correlation of two opposite? I don't know what that means. You're a good roster man. Does anyone in the chat have an answer to my question? Oh gosh, that sucks when you got to ask people in the chat. I appreciate it. I have a harvest question. Can I freeze some flour after harvest for a long-term store? I said, yeah. Freeze it. Throw it in the freezer. It's not that serious. That's that's regular basic growing one-on-one questions, man. Store it. Throw it in the freezer. That's how they create live rosin, is by throwing the fresh harvested flour into the freezer, man, and preserving life. So yeah, you can do it. Frozen, dry, you can just throw it in the freezer. Yeah, man. Damn. Somebody answer that man's question, man. Again. Doug, are you trying to smoke this flour after you take it out the freezer, or are you trying to get it? He wanted to use extracts, I think. I don't know. Bearded help the man. General cluster, it doesn't work like that. Only 25% are a mix, and the rest lean one way or the other. Let me go back over here because y'all got some crazy questions on the StreamYard side, man. Is selfing a plant the only way to make a fem? Yeah. 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 Feminized seeds are a combination of XX chromosome, right? Y chromosome is what, whenever it's introduced, creates the male, right? Y is the sex link, is the male chromosome. So when female pollen breeds with female pollen, the offspring are only XX chromosome. So it's all about chromosomes, man. We want to remove the Y, and we do that by breeding two females. I have 6 plants outside. I have plants outside. 2 of them herm because of light and pollinated. The other 4 are the seed. Good, or is it best not to use them? I have 6 plants outside. 2 of them herm because of light. And pollinated the other 4. And you want to use the seeds from the herm parents. No. No. That's what I'm saying. No. Absolutely not. No. Don't. No. No. Please. Don't do that. No. Can't do that. That's bad. It's bad, man. You don't want to do that. Let me fix my camera. Let me fix my camera. Yeah, so, yeah, don't do that, man. So, think about it. So, and I'll explain to you why. If you had 6 plants and 2 of them showed you herms while the other 4 were regular, that's because it's showing you the exact percentage of 25%. It's showing you 25%. That's a recessive trait. Out of 6, showing you a quarter. A quarter of the population is showing undesirable traits that are recessive, because otherwise it would have came out half the first round. If you was to breed with that pollen, then you would go from 25% to now 50%. So you've increased the herms in your population, man. So the seeds that are available from those 3 plants are now 50%. The offspring from them are 50% herms. You're actually going in the opposite direction. You're going the wrong way if you do that. You are isolating and introducing hermaphrodites into your line, increasing it, increasing the frequency. You don't want to do that. When trying to make an autoflower, how many times do you have to breed it to get a full autoflower? When trying to make an autoflower, how many times do you have to breed it? So, so This could be a complicated question for most who are not familiar with even the basic breeding practices. But I'll entertain this question. So, first of all, it's gonna be based on how you choose to and what you're starting with. Like, you know, like it's too many variabilities in that question. I need more specifics. So, how was we making an autoflower? Was we using ruderalis, like a Siberian ruderalis, which is completely raw land race, right? Or are we using a hybridized autoflower times a photo period? Or are we using a Siberian ruderalis times a photo period? Like, it depends. Either way, autoflower trait is a recessive trait. You need to do a lot of work in order to establish stability, man. You'll need to do a lot of work. And I think a lot of people it's a misconception that it's a lot simpler. I think the concept that people have is just that you take an autoflower and cross it with a photo, and then after a couple generations, you may have an autoflower or a photo. And it's not that easy. It's way more complicated than that. It takes a lot more work and a lot more mechanics to get it done. And that's why we end up with stuff with names like fast photo. That's why we end up with that type of stuff, because people think they can make an autoflower in the snap of a finger, like they did the first pollen truck strain they made in the snap of a finger, and then they realize once they get halfway there that they don't know what the hell they're doing, and then they just choose a cool creative name like fast photo for a strain that's halfway done. Not completely this, not completely that. And I don't know how to get it completely there or completely there. So let's get creative and call it a fast photo and get all of the new uneducated people to buy it. And that way we don't waste no money and we don't have to finish no work, and there won't be no excuses. Let's see, what's questions we got? Let's see. ZaZa, which cultivar took you the longest to stabilize? So, stabilize is in the eye of the beholder, right? It depends. Stabilization happens trait by trait. It's not just something that you acquire overnight. So it's in the eye of the beholder. What is stable to you may not be stable to me. My understanding of stable may be complete uniformity or homozygosity, while your idea of stabilization may be just something that doesn't harm. So those ads are going aggressive, huh? Shout out to the ads, man. Shout out to all of those YouTubers that have monetized YouTube channels, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to this phone call. Oh shit, no volume. Damn. Hey, look, I was sitting here talking shit too. Look, I was saying, listen, there's no more Q&A questions happening, so I'm gonna just switch to the regular. What's the face? Yeah, I know. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love. Thank you for stopping by, man. We vibing tonight, man. So roll up if you rolling up. We vibing tonight, man. Listen, I'm just a regular old. You see what I'm saying? We ain't no celebrities. We ain't no. You feel me? We not. I mean, I will say I'm an influence because all the influences are influenced by me, right? But they don't support me. So that's the difference, right? You'll never meet somebody who. Let me tell you what the influences do, right? They sit back, they watch my stuff, and then they act like they don't watch my stuff, right? They don't never want to give me credit. They don't never want to support what I do. But one thing about me, and pardon me for the aggressive ads. I know the ads is being aggressive right now. You know, they coming back to back to back, but that's the benefit and the love of having a monetized YouTube channel, man. I'd rather have 5,000 subscribers and be monetized than have 40,000 of a whole bunch of bunk. They ain't making no money, man. So shout out to them, you know, that don't support me and sit back and watch my videos behind the scenes in the closet. You know, they in the closet breeders. In the closet influences, right? They don't want to see ZaZa win. Wonder why. You can't stop me. You know how I got here. Y'all do what y'all do. Keep asking questions, and I'm going to do what I do. Keep answering them. Right? That's it, man. Let's see. We got some more questions, man. Let's see if we got some more questions, man. Strange Show is getting screwed right now. I planted 12 Panama red times blue elephant of 250 seeds, 9 fem, 3 males of that, 2 look like the Panama, 7 look like the blue elephant, and 3 males look like the Panama, so I shook the frosted mayo. What seed bank has the best genetics to start with? What seed bank has the best genetics to start with? Whatever one is providing you with education and stands behind the stuff that they selling, right? You got to be careful with these seed banks, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. They the biggest pollen chuckers, man. You know, they're the biggest pollen chuckers in the world, man. And I will, for a new person, for me, it's more about education. Like what education is being offered, you know, and I love growing marijuana, even though they're expensive for a new person, it is a good introductory into education. It is a good introductory into the cannabis community because a lot of people don't know where to go. They don't know where to get seeds. They don't know if they can trust this, and that. And I feel like ILGM gives you a platform that is safe and introductory into the community. So I would recommend them, man. The rest of these guys are just trying to make $1, man. You know, I mean, all of these guys are trying to make $1, man. So, you know, you can't really worry about it too much, man. You gotta kind of just do your research, man. And it's very similar to buying a dog, man. If you wanted a dog that was purebred for whatever reason, that was bred specifically for a particular task, like duck hunting or herding sheep, right, or something like that, then you're going to do your research, and you're going to not only do your research on the strain or the dog, but you also do your research on the breeders and see what options the breeders have when we're looking for the best of the best. So that's what you want to do. It's really about doing your research, man, and finding the best breeder, not necessarily the best seed bank. But the best breeder, seed banks are nothing but chuckers here to make money, man. They're not really associated or affiliated, or they don't know nothing. Most time, 9 times out of 10, they don't know nothing about no seeds that they selling. They just happy to be here and happy to make some money. I'd say get. All right, gang, my fault. Every my phone, man, constantly ringing, man, constantly ringing. Let's see what else we got, man. Strange Show is getting screwed right now. I don't know what that is, but shout out to them. Hope Matt gets memberships back. All his those Bovita human packs only lasted 2 to 3 months. I should have froze everything in retrospect. Yeah, man. I mean, Bovita humidity packs. I don't know, man. We don't know. It's a lot of stuff around this community that you got to watch out for these companies, man, because they target the new people. They target the less educated. They target you with these products and these, same way pollen chuckers do. They just want you to buy the seeds. They target you with names and look and all of this stuff with no real understanding of background behind the strain itself, no education behind it. I had to check my mic that time, make sure I wasn't muted for y'all. Toss seeds in drainage dishes. There you go. That'd be a good idea. You get some stuff going on. It constantly be humid down there and water constantly. Well, my thing is, how would you recover them though, man? I don't know if that would really. It would be cool probably to see stuff growing down there, but you probably wouldn't be able to recover the seeds at all, or wouldn't be useful in any way. It'd probably just be good, aesthetically pleasing. Maybe you can walk down and see all the plants under the drain. Well, since no one is answering, I will do it. Mutations typically arise from a recessive, which has to come from both sides. Unrelated gene pools have less chance of that being the case. I mean, that's a good point. I don't know. Did somebody ask me a question about that? Mutations typically arise from a recessive. Yeah, so mutations come from DNA sequencing. Mutations come from interruptions in a DNA sequence. A DNA sequence should flow in perfect order, right? When we think in terms of it's just in order. I don't want to get too complicated because yeah. So DNA. So when you got that DNA sequence that's flowing perfectly in order, any disruption to that order of nucleotide bases, right? The order is nucleotide bases are in a particular order to create DNA sequences. Any interruption or disruption in that sequence will cause a mutation. So I didn't see that question. I don't see a lot of stuff though, but that is the truth of where mutations come from. Disruptions in a DNA sequence, right? When segments are not properly completed. In the wetlands. No sound, bro. Yeah, there are more jeans in the background. That guy is right. More jeans in the background. You still on mute, ZaZa, man. We're missing an enthusiastic topic. Is that because I was muted? Damn, I must have been muted for a long time. I see you rolling, but no sound. All good now. Let's all just spam no sound. I must be back far in the comments, huh? Man, we missed the whole blunt rolling speech. Now, I was talking shit. Y'all ain't really missed nothing. I was talking shit about them influencers who highly influenced by me. And I only got 5,000 subscribers. Who got all the questions in the world for me, but I only got 5,000 subscribers. They be having 40 and 50. Bunk. I ain't answering no more questions. I ain't answering no more questions from them, bro. It's straight community, bro. If the community, listen, I'm not doing no more interviews unless it's community, right? If it's one of my community that come up with a new YouTube channel and they need a push, I'm doing that, man. I'm not, no longer are we into the business of getting the rich richer while the regular people stay small. We're not doing that. You got the biggest companies supporting the biggest influencers, doing everything for them, editing the videos, putting them out, giving them the platform, creating them script. Like, damn. You know? Meanwhile, the small guys like us, we got to do all that ourselves, right? I got to create my own videos. I got to produce my own videos. I got to edit my own videos. I got to come up with my own concepts. I got to sit in front of this camera by myself, me, myself, and I, right? I do take pride in that, right? I do take pride that what we have built, we've done it without any help from anybody, right? We've done it without asking any questions, right? So we take pride in that, man. And much love to anybody who supports the journey. One day we will reach 40, 50, 100,000, but it's going to take you guys to share. If you're new to the channel, you need to subscribe today. You need to subscribe, and you need to tell your people to subscribe. Because if anybody should have 100,000, it should be me. I ain't gonna lie. It's whack, bro. I don't get mad, bro. You got people that pollen chuckers, influencers that faithfully sit behind the scenes in the closet and faithfully watch my shit and learn and take notes. You feel me? But will never give me credit in the front. Will never show me love in the front. Will never say, yo, go follow that man's channel. Go support. Go subscribe. Never. Haters, bro. Haters, bro. But where else they gonna learn this shit from? These people try to make fake breeders out of nowhere, right? They try to take pollen chuckers and put the pollen chucker in a room and say, watch all of ZaZa's videos. 24 hours, right? Tape his mouth shut, tie him to the chair, right? Make him watch all my videos for 3 months straight, 90 days. Sit him in front of a YouTube camera, put the big companies behind him. You got the companies structuring everything out, collaborating with the biggest influencers. Man, you could do all that shit and still won't know what you're doing. Let me tell you something. I got here with 23 years of hands-on experience, man. Come on, man. Hey, y'all want to react to a video? Y'all want to react to a video? I was cruising YouTube yesterday. Much love, John. Thank you for your support, bro. Yeah, so tap in. What country you from? What country you from? Tap in with somebody. Who we got in here from Team ZaZa tonight? Lock in with Caribbean Mafia. Pull him to the side, man. He's interested in joining y'all's team, man. So Team ZaZa handles all that stuff. So reach out to any of them. Thad, my brother Thad in the building. You can reach out with Thad of ZaZa. You can reach out to 703 Go Big Genetics. Any of those guys will get you right when it comes to joining a team, man. Diabetaceous Earth, absolutely my go-to as well. Unbreakable was good. Happy birthday, Doug. Hey, everybody in the chat, yo, W's in the chat for y'all, man. Y'all had good questions today. W's in the chat for the chat. And spam happy birthday to Doug, man. Y'all told Doug Lee happy birthday, man. This is born day. Can't stop, won't stop. So this is a good point. There's a reason to that, John. It's not just the name. The difference between, and it's not just IGLM either. It's really European versus United States, right? European genetics, the reason why you notice that the names, you just stick in the old names, it's not that. It's that they stay true to the genetic lineage versus us. We just breed all of these pollen chuckers. These pollen chuckers who really just want to tell you that they're breeders so they can get your money and put a cool name on a strain that they just put together. And then by the time you buy that one, they're already making a new one. And when you get a billion people like we do, everybody that has lack of respect for lineage and genetics, they just popping, right? And just trying to make money. Versus Europe, a lot of European geneticists understand the importance of maintaining lineage. So a lot of the stuff stays true to the original lineage in Europe, which is why you see a lot of the old names, because they don't want to just pollen chuck away and then move away from ancestry, right? The further they move away from ancestry, the closer we are towards endangered species. And as breeders, we should be preservationists, not pollen chuckers. It's a difference. So that is why you see a lot of older names in Europe. Hopefully one day we'll start to see older names here as well more frequently, because those older names here are starting to be endangered, extinct. Thankfully, we got places like Europe who we can reach out to and reintroduce those genetics as they disappear here in the world of pollen chuckers. What exactly comes out of selfing? So when you self-pollinate, you basically are the female is breeding with herself. So you kind of accomplishing two things at once. You kind of exposing two generations at the same time. Your S1 generation will be exposed to show dominant traits, and then the self-pollination, which is an inbreeding, will expose recessive traits at the same time. So it's a really good tool when we think in terms of wanting to isolate, fix, or understand what we're looking at. For example, Mendel, right? We always talk about Mendel and Mendelian genetics, right? Mendel is the father of genetics. He had the 3 laws of inheritance that he discovered and created. The 3 laws of inheritance. The law of independent assortment, the law of inheritance, and the law of dominance versus recessive traits. And what he did to discover that, so what made him dig deep in discovering that was he took a tall plant and he crossed it with a short plant. So he took a tall one and a short one and crossed them together. And when he crossed them together, all of the plants in the F1 generation came out tall. And he was confused by this. So In order to understand more, he selfed one of the offspring from that F1 generation. And when he selfed it, now he noticed that the short plants come back. Right now we have a F2 or a S1 population, which is generally a F2 because it's inbreeding. And once we do that inbreeding, we expose recessive traits. And this is where the short plants came back, right? So now they came back at a 2-to-3 ratio, right? It came back at a 1-to-3 ratio. I'm sorry, a 1-to-3 ratio, meaning that if there was 6 plants, right? So he crossed the short plant with the tall plant. 6 tall plants came out. He took one of those 6 tall plants, selfed it. Now 2 short plants came out with 4 tall plants. This is where selfing comes into play. It gives us the ability to expose recessive traits as well as double up on any dominant traits that the parent carry. So, good question, man. Let's see what else we got. I'm way behind. No, I love growing too much money. So, this is the thing. I mentioned that it is a little more expensive, but it's a yes because of education. You have to be willing to invest in your education. You know, I would say too much money is going to the wrong person and being scammed and losing money completely and not getting seeds and getting your money taken. That's a possibility when you are just reaching and looking around, not knowing where to go. The reason why I suggested ILGM is because they offer a safe introductory platform that's educational and that is very inviting to the brand new person. So that's why it's a yes and a go for me, because education is everything and protecting the new people is everything. And I really don't see too many other companies focusing on that. So we could clap it up for all of the stuff that don't matter. But really what matters is protecting the new grower, giving them a safe place. This is where Team ZaZa was built in the first place, because I knew there needed to be more safe havens and platforms based on education in places where new people can come and have a safe place and avoid being scammed or taken advantage of or targeted by companies and pollen chuckers. That's what's important, man. Community is what's important. You got to protect the community. And the most victimized people in this community are the new people, the less educated, the brand new growers with all the questions. Those are the ones you got to protect. Those are the ones you got to help out. That's why it's equally important to make sure we do away with bro knowledge. We do the extra work, the necessary extra mile, take it so that you can double check any information, vet any information, and make sure that any information that you passing down is legitimate and coming from something scholarly or coming from a good reputable source. All right, let's go. Kingdom Organic Seeds. The Rev has a new edition of his grow book out, the True Living Organics 3rd edition, but his genetics have been amazing. What a good plug. So, I don't know who that is. So that's an opinion. That's your opinion. Now, do we take time and see? I don't know. I've never heard of it. And the reason why I kind of took a moment to look at it is because you took a moment to promote on my live. Please don't promote no other breeders or growers or nothing on my live. If you got a question, I'll be happy to answer it, man. But it's bad enough that I do this the right way and I don't take any shortcuts. I don't take advantage. So we're not here making a whole bunch of money. Don't come in my environment and try to make somebody else money. Like, if you're going to do that, make sure you do it through a super chat, bro. You understand? Make sure you pay to do that. Don't just come up here promoting some random people that I don't know talking about how good their stuff is when 9 times out of 10 they pollen chuckers too and don't know what they doing. 9 times out of 10. That's just the facts. I can almost bet 9 times out of 10 that whoever you just talking about is a pollen chugger too and has no experience and is not passing out no education and never helped you learn nothing. You see how weird people are? People will come here to learn from me, but shout out, promote, subscribe, follow, like somebody else. Bro, go ahead with that, bro. Stop being weird, bro. Next time, I'm going to just remove you, bro. Matter of fact, my moderators, get on that, bro. Matter of fact, my moderators must not be in here because y'all just letting that's why y'all here. Don't let nobody be in here just promoting some random stuff. You're going to have to do that through a super chat. You can do that, but you got to pay to do that. Pay $5, pay $10, you know? Don't just come up here promoting shit. All right? Now that we got that out the way. Yeah, then jar probably to put it in the freezer. Perfect. Strange Show is the one show ZaZa hasn't been on. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one, man. I don't know, man. Usually, I don't know a lot of people. I'm in my own little bubble. I stay to myself. I don't know a lot of people. I don't know a lot of brands. I don't go out looking or recruiting people or trying to find people or looking to collaborate with people. I don't do none of that. I don't go asking questions or looking for interviews or I don't do none of that. People call me and ask me, and I determine whether I'm going to pull up or not. So, shout out to them, man. I hope whatever they got going on is pretty dope, man. I hope what they got going on is dope, man. How do I know when it's time to outcross? How do I know when it's time to outcross? Are we talking about outcrossing as a tool in a strain that we've already started? Or are we talking about just our initial outcross to create a strain? What are we talking about? So I'll answer for both. If it's just a brand new strain that you're creating, after you've done all your research on lineage and you found the right parents, then do an outcross. If it's a strain that you've already started, outcross is a tool you can use to reintroduce diversity. So whenever you feel like you lack diversity, if it's a time when you feel like you need to introduce diversity or you need to introduce a particular or outcross could be the initiation of a particular mechanic, like a transgression backcross. To perform a transgression backcross, you need to start with an outcross. So, to answer your question, I would say in the initial breeding, right after you done all your research and found your best parents, or in the beginning of the first stages of doing a transgression backcross, that's when you would need to outcross. If you have a plant veggie for 6 months in extreme terps, cold in the garage through winter without repotting, can you repot and have chance of no harm? And do you believe in root pruning? All right, so let's understand that environmental pressures only cause harms and weak genetics, right? If I could do anything to my plant, no matter what it is, and cause it to harm, then that's a weak plant. That means that plant was never properly selectively bred to remove out the undesirable trait, which was a hermaphrodite in this case. The breeder should have, before it ever got to you, the breeder should have identified that it was herms in there, and they should have did the work over time to remove the herm so that it wouldn't express itself. So now the breeder would have been doing all of those cold tests and all of those pressures in his environment so that eventually he would have noticed, oh shit, every time they get this temperature, herms start to pop out. He would have been able to remove that. And then it would have been his responsibility to do so. So by the time you got it, no matter what temperatures, how extreme they are, a herm wouldn't have never came out. That's the responsibility of breeders. So that's not your fault. Yeah, you should be able to repot. You should be able to do all of that stuff without no herming. So yeah, understand that. I've never had a report of a herm ever. Never will, because I've been doing this for 23 years plus before I got here. So I just know what I'm doing. And if you know what you're doing, then it's not that complicated. It's not rocket science to say, man, you would never, nothing you can do to make my plants herm. There's nothing you can do to make my plants herm. No light, heat, stress, cold, water, drought. Nothing is there's no herms in there. It's impossible. It's not there. So you can't make it happen. No matter what you do, you could do a lot of stuff to affect the yield and the overall quality of your flower, your end product. You can definitely mess it up with some environmental pressures, but you won't make it herm. And that's because I'm a responsible breeder who knows exactly how to make sure of that. And we need more responsible breeders. Let's see. Nico, if I put it outside too soon, some are stunted. Yeah, that's weakness. That's what I'm saying. Those are undesirable traits. Those same thing. That should have all been identified by the breeder. But when you got pollen chuckers that are just not have any education, no understanding, and they just matchmaking, they just putting two and two together, no recessive traits are ever being looked at. They're selling F1s, dominant traits. So if they're selling you F1s and dominant traits, nobody's ever did the investigation and see, hey, what if there are bad recessive traits here? Nobody ever knows. So when it gets to you and you do something like stress it out, or you do something like blah, 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 then those undesirable traits are coming out. Stunted growth, mutations, hermaphrodites, all of these things that you should never see within a strain. Anyone have any good pickup lines or dating advice? I don't know, man. I would say shit. Hey, man. Listen, you trying to riz? Listen. Hey, man. I'll riz something, man. Send me who you want me to riz on, man. I'll riz on them. I'll riz on them live right here, man. We're going to add them to the call. Yo, what up? And I'm going to bag that live. We're going to riz. We're going to riz live. Give you some pointers, my boy. Anyone got any good? Oh, I'm slow, by the way, especially when I smoke. My cue disappeared. I don't know, man. Mine's too. Yeah, you didn't find a seed bank. You could buy his product. It's far price. And thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. But yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to recommend somebody because, you know, it's just the right thing to do, right? For me, it's always about the new person and giving a new person a good experience, you know, not trying to lock them down with me necessarily, but kind of giving them a chance to giving them the necessary tools and weapons they need to be prepared and be able to walk confidently within the community, right? Without being Dr. Rapotnik. Shout out to you, man. What type of YouTube content do you do? You said you got 103 subscribers? Listen, we both down there, man. And we both, listen, don't worry about it. Just keep putting in that work and find creative ways to get people to subscribe, man, and share your channel, man. I'll subscribe to you, dude. No problem, man. I don't mind. Subscribe to me too, though. You subscribe to me too, bro. You know, I only got 5,000, bro. You look at all these other influencers, bro. I might be the lowest one, bro. You feel me? That put out this type of information. You hear me? Come on, man. If we basing subscribers based on the quality of the information, the content, the quality of the content, then I should be one of the biggest. But it's a new channel too, and we pace ourselves. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man. We need subscribers, as you can see. And smash that like button. Take a moment right now, smash the like button, show me some love, and make sure you comment, because that's how we keep us in the algorithm. You know, that's one thing. We do stay in the algorithm. When we stay consistent, when we are consistent, we in that algorithm, boy. For sure, for sure. I have none, don't want none. I have none, don't want none. Shallow dimes. Seasman, there you go. I mean, I don't promote anybody specifically. I could think of Khalifa Genetics, you know. I forget the original question, but Khalifa Genetics. That's somebody who really does the work. I can't really say, I don't know. Seasman is more like a seed bank who makes their own strains as well. So I don't know where they stand as far as quality or of work, or you know, who, you know, I don't know. But shout out to them. They did support our Black History Month giveaway, and they supported that. So shout out to them. You know? Yeah. It big too, man. European, man. Who's hating, Doug? Doug said no need for no haters. Always prefer getting direct from breeder. But if I had to use seed banks, my choice is NASC and Attitude. There you go. Yeah, it's a lot of them out there. Terpy seeds, if I really wanted to just drop. I mean, you know, if I really just wanted to endorse people for free, then I'll just endorse them, you know. I got a lot of names I could just start throwing out, but, you know. I mean, W's in the chat for them people if they throwing my name out, you know. W's in the chat for everybody who throw out and endorse me, you know. Doug not wanting to put it outside, thinking about inside. 200 seeds and a good pickup line is I wanted to come and say thank you. You say for what? You say coming out dressed up for me. All right. I guess. I wish my girl was here. I would ask her if that was a good one. She'd probably be like, My girl, I would ask her if that was a good one. Nico. It was all right, Nico. 200 seeds outside is crazy, though. That should be an open pollination. That would be a nice open pollination. Here you go, NHB. Doug said NSBAC, NSSB. I don't know what that is, so you might want to type it all the way out. Shit. That's cool. I remember growing my first crosses I made in the 90s and thinking I was having to make my own future stash. Because it would have never been legal. And how far we have come, man. That's a fact, dude. We definitely came far, man. Shout out to you, man. Reminiscing, man. I see you, man. The 90s, man. You come from that era, gang. I'm 1980, so I'm there, man. I've been around for a minute. Much love, man. Doug said thanks to you 37. Happy B-Day, man. 37 today, man. Happy B-Day, young man. Yeah. Happy B-Day, young man. Do the damn thing. Yeah. went through a QP in a strain called XXXL and got one seed, planted it last March, and it turned out to be a female, which got fusarium while flowering. I mean, it's the cut, root, and re-veg it. Good job, man. It came in clutch for you, man. Being prepared, know what you're doing, man. Educating yourself and actually doing those experiments, right? I always encourage people to do experiments because it makes you more comfortable with the plant. Is my camera out? No, that's not out. Looks like it's stuck right there. All right, so doing those experiments and yeah, man, makes you so much comfortable with handling the plant. Doing a little breaking the shit, and doing training and all of these things make you comfortable with the plant. Once you get comfortable with the plant, man, you start to understand the plant and how to handle it, man. Yeah, I like that. It would take somebody who really understood the plant to know how to get that done, Caribbean Mafia. Good job on that one, man. Wild night full of sins yesterday. Damn. You was out partying, huh, Doug? Damn, Doug. Come on, man. You should have called the boy, man. Where you at, Cal? Where you at? Should have called your boy, man. We could have went out, boy. What's up with you? Would you say it? Let me see. Let me put this up. Would you say it's S1 or F1? And what should my next move be to preserve the genetics for the later experience? All right, so let me go back and see what you did. You said you had a bag seed. It was a fem. All right, first. You re-vegged it though, right? All right, so I mean, if it's just a re-veg at this point, then it's still the same thing. It's still the same. It's still hold on, let me so you saying what the seed was? Okay, so no, that's a S1, bro. That's a S1, probably most likely. So you can assume it's a S1 because you only found one seed in a whole pound, right? And most likely that seed came from just the plant probably being harvested a little past the time that it wanted to. And it just about started to pollinate itself. So it produced that very few seeds, man. It probably was other spots throughout the entire harvest that it happened, but very small spots. If you were to see multiple seeds throughout that pound, it might have a better chance that it was hermaphrodite or cross contamination. Hermaphrodite is going to be more seeds, and then cross contamination is going to be even more seeds, and then the S1 is going to be very minimal to almost none. So most likely that is a S1. Anyone got to get they already gave you some good lines, man. Hey, it ain't tricking if you got it, man. That's the line I got for you, man. It ain't tricking if you got it, man. Go ahead and get you some, man. You hear me? Go ahead and get you some, cuz. Ain't tricking if you got it, homie. On her. And you ain't got to do much talking if you got it, man. Selection. Shout out to Tony Harris, man. What up? Lost my number. Can I have yours? Hey, Doug, you on that Hennessy tonight, man. You on that, man. My boy, funny as you fine as wine. All right. Yeah, my boy need. My boy needs some Riz, man. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get some Riz. I probably missed it, but what's up with your autos? Back in stock yet? No, I pulled it off the shelf. We found a mutation in Boondocks glue that I need to investigate further. We need to check the frequency, the allelic frequency, see how much it is happening, see how much of it is environmental, how much of it is genetics. And then once we determine that, determine what we're going to do with it from there. So that it's been pulled, man. It's been pulled. I'll continue to do some updates. We'll probably create a YouTube series. I think with the way the mutation looks, it looks like a pepper plant or something like that. We'll see how it goes as it develops. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a YouTube series for it from seed to reverse. You know, we'll isolate it with a reversal or a back cross, depending on what we notice. You know, as we take notes and document. You know, make sure you are at the show tomorrow. We got the show tomorrow, the first episode of the QC Eater podcast. So be here tomorrow, man, 9 p.m. We're filming early. So hope to see y'all there. For sure. Let's see what other questions we got. Be yourself. Be funny. Challenge what they say. They will like and respect you more for it. That's a fact. Smokes a lot, man. Be yourself, man. That's it. I think that's a problem with a lot of these influencers, man. You know, it's a certain audience that works with, right? That fake sort of, you know, like that whole scripted personality, and it just comes off phony to a certain group of people, while, you know, it's a certain group of people that really mess with that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a large amount of people that see through that, and they really, you know, they just need something that's authentic, man. You know, you can copy the format, you can copy the style, but you can't copy respect. Follow the innovators, not the imitators. Shout out to Smack, man. Shout out to my boy Smack, man. Follow the innovators. That's me. Not the imitators. That's them. Man, listen. I ain't gonna even get into that, man. You know? Tell them to stop stealing my style, though, man. I know. If they gonna be fans of me, then show me love that you a fan. Don't be fans of me and then don't show me the love and recognition in front, but be fans in the back and be stealing my style and my ideas and copying all my narratives. Like, yo, y'all be doing too much with that. I'm hearing people talking about bangers and all of this. Like, bro, stop. Stop, bro. Y'all got enough. I'm just on the grind trying to come up. Like, y'all don't need to try to, you see what I'm saying? Don't try to water down what I do. Y'all got big voices and all that, big platforms. Do y'all thing. But leave me out. You know, stop copying my stuff. Stop stealing my stuff. Stop trying to water me down, bro. You can't, bro. Like, I'm too different, bro. Hey, we're going to do a Q&A on how I was shot and paralyzed and came back from that. How I could run, how I'm not affected by it besides a little pain nowadays, but no difference. Run, athlete, all that. Months after. You talk about facing adversity. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's different, bro. ILG is doing a $65,000 camper trailer giveaway. Camper? They're giving away a camper. That's dope. I'm sure it's probably somebody in the country, though. I doubt anybody in the U.S. going to win that joint. But that's dope, man, if that's what they're doing. For sure. Don't mess with blue-haired chick. That's fair. Some girl called me rigid recently. Rigid. Oh, yeah, man. Mental health issues. Don't stick it. Oh, yeah, man. Energy transfer is real, bro. You hear me? Spiritually transmitted diseases are real, bro. Much love, Papa Grows, man. I'm probably so behind in the comments that some people I'm talking to probably not even here no more. We just putting up everything now, man. Hey, if you want to support your boy, man, throw up a super chat, man. Throw up a super chat for your boy, man. You can always subscribe if you want to join Team ZaZa, man. You can subscribe to the team, tap in with Team ZaZa. But yeah, support your boy, man, or visit ZaZagenetics.com, man. I got some coupons up here, man. Let me throw a coupon up here for the gang, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, listen. That's off Dead Ops OG right there. It's already on sale. I think it's already like, I don't know, mad % off. It's usually $200 a pack. It used to be. But I got into it with my packaging guy who was my packaging. I didn't really get into it with him, but I'm just not messing with him no more. So when I kind of dropped the price of my pack because I'm I was supposed to have packaging a long time ago. I just haven't. And I don't know. I just kept the price. I dropped the price because we wasn't using packaging no more. We was using like generic packaging. So I dropped the price. And then ever since I'm like, I enjoy kind of offering the genetics at a lower rate, So eventually it just hasn't been a big urgency for me to get new packaging, but I'm working on it. So we got some things we're working on in the background, new shirts, and so that's just an additional code if you want another 30% off, man. So make sure you do that. And then Ace Infinity, that always Team ZaZa code for Ace Infinity. So that's always that, man. Let's go back to some comments here, bro. Let's go back to some comments, man. Nah, it's cool, John. That's good information to pass out to a new girl. Like I said, I don't endorse many, but I will endorse people who represent education and good education, or that represent the actual understanding of how to do the work of selective breeding, like a Khalifa Genetics, a Ladinova at Khalifa Genetics. Wonderful resource for education and some good quality work, man, that's been worked. So keep that in mind as well. A good friend of mine, Grasshopper, hybrid seed, also good, also really good. QCE, man, much love. It's about QCE. That's quality, community, and education. We bring quality to this community through education. You know what time it is, man. Come on, Farmer. That's Farmer RCA right there, man. Much love, man. QCE is the movement, man. That's right, man. Doug, come on now. Be genuine, man. Dad, what you laughing at? That was 11:25. How damn, are we literally 45 minutes behind on the comments, dude? That is terrible. Why is that? I talk a lot, I guess, huh? I feel like I'm going back too. Like I'm going over comments that I already read. All right, so now we're back caught up. So we're actually only 30 minutes behind. Yeah, because Papa Groves said thanks. That was 30 minutes ago. All right, we're a little behind, gang. So let's catch up with these comments real quick. I bought expensive seeds that didn't even sprout. That's a fact, Troy. Come on, man. I know highway robbery websites that sell seeds for $10,000 a pack. $8,000, $7,000 for 10 and 12 seeds, bro. Bro, come on, bro. You got to use your common sense, man, and understand what a person is really about when it comes to this breeding thing, man. This thing is really preservation and is really enhancing genetics and preserving them for later generations, man. You understand? I enhance traits through generations so that future generations of people can benefit from it. So everything is about generations and future, right? It's all about preservation and enhancing, and everything is the opposite of endangered. Everything is the opposite. We work to resolve issues of endangered species. Could be X-ray trait or old or what? Could be X-ray trait or older. It is a stoner equivalent of someone yelling. Won't someone think of the children? Don't try to grow under 55 or cold weather. I don't know. Depends. Guess it'll depend on the strain. Under 55, I guess it would depend, man. I think ruderalis would do fine in that temperature. You know, ruderalis was actually the product of evolution in harsh environments. You know, ruderalis was able to adapt to these harsh environments. And so I think it would do fine in that type of weather. So it just depends on the strain. Most photo periods, depending on where they're from, will probably not do so well. So yeah, but I'm sure there's some and inheritable traits of everything. So if it's not there, you can create it through selective breeding, man. You can create strains that are resistant to cold, or at least, I mean, it might take a long time, but it can happen. It's possible. You might have to pass off the torch to like your son or something, so he can pass it off to his grandson to complete, or to pass it off to his son. You know, type shit. You know. Newbie, practice with bag seeds. Try to find some at a show though. There you go. That's a good thing. Yeah, bag seeds is always good because 9 times out of 10, the seeds are a product of self-pollination versus contamination, or and that means in most cases, if it's a self-pollination, then 100% it'll be a feminized seed. Saving up for some ZaZa and ICANN seeds. Much love to ICANN, man. You see, that's one person. I'll shout out. I don't mind. You know, everybody got their own way, man. That's my dog, man. The little guy. I like him, man. He's cool. Young brother, man. He's cool. You dig? Shout out to him, man. You know. Yeah, much love to you, Brody. Nah, it's cool. You can ask about places to get seeds. The chat is gonna tell you, bro. I don't know a lot. I'm gonna tell you Khalifa Genetics. I'm gonna tell you Khalifa Genetics and some other land race companies and stuff like that. But I mean, that's more advanced. Like my stuff is like more advanced, but Khalifa is an educational platform as well. So you know, you might want to go there. You know, I always recommend people to go there. That's what's up, Next Girl, man. Much love. Thank you for your support, man. Mephisto, that's a good one. There you go. That's a good one. Yeah, so if you see my YouTube, I did a YouTube video on the top. I did the first one. I did my top 5, you know, my opinion, right? And then I did the community. Like we did a vote. and we did a poll, and the community chose, how they chose or whatever. And so it's 2 videos out like that on my channel. You can watch those, but no, don't feel no type of way. I'm not. I just didn't want somebody endorsing a specific strain of a whatever pollen checker or whoever. Somebody, it's just weird. You just got too specific and too detailed with it, getting down the product and all this shit. I'm like, bro, that's just too much. You got to do a super chat for that. If you want to promote somebody's stuff, but it's all right. I mean, we can talk about, because I got YouTube videos like that, I mean, the only one I would endorse is only one, and that's Khalifa Genetics. Like, I don't, that's the only one I make money with. I'm one of his U.S. distributors, but even that I haven't been doing much because I've been so focused on school and all this other stuff. I just don't have much time to. And then I got Dead Ops OG. I'm still constantly working. I'm creating a feminized. So feminized Dead Ops OG is happening very soon. And we're looking at different options of females, versus you always got options when you create feminized seeds, right? It's not just as simple as selfing a plant. Like that's what pollen chuckers do. They just self a female and then they got feminized seeds, but it's not that simple. For me, I'm taking a series of outcrosses, Dead Ops outcrosses, right? That are all females. I'm looking at those and then I'm comparing them to the actual mother plant herself that will be reversed. And are there any of these outcross plants that stand out as far as trait-wise? Do they have something that's so unique that I'm willing to do a back cross as my feminized seed version? Or do I think the mother herself outperforms all of these and there's nothing really too unique or interesting that I would want to use from any of these outcrosses? Very rare hype outcrosses like but like Blueberry by DJ Short, Dead Ops, and then there's a Blueberry Muffin times Dead Ops, then there's a Strawberry. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not there for the names. I don't care about the names. Y'all like that stuff, so that's the only reason why I mention it. But I don't need that. I work based on traits, so observable traits, and then I'm going based off observable traits off the rip. So, and then once we select based on observable, then we'll have to self that plant in order to expose the recessives, any potential undesirable recessives that came from the outcross that was done initially, right? We got to check every T, cross every T and dot every I. You don't just self a plant and then put out the seeds. It's so many steps that take place. So we've taken a lot of steps, and we're getting close to actually finding the final selections for our feminized version of Dead Ops. So that's something you've been waiting for. The wait should be over soon, man. Let's get into these questions, man. Here you go, Doug. Yeah, I like Grown Man. This is good info for newbies. Buying from ZaZa is fair price point. I think large companies might not be good. There you go, man. That's a good point too. Thank you, Doug, man. Thank you for endorsing me, man. And but he's keeping it a buck, man. Especially if you take advantage of these quick little coupon codes that come up, because everything on the website is priced at a discount already. And then so if you use like this coupon code here, then you'll get an additional 30% off. So it's kind of like a secret code, and I'll pop it up for y'all because y'all are here with me and I love y'all, and we just vibing, man. So I'll pop it up, take it down, pop it up. You feel me? Use that code, man. All right. All right, so I don't know why I keep losing my spot. That's why I'm so far behind too. Okay, there we go. I was gonna make fun of the giveaway too. Well, yeah, we got the giveaway. What giveaway? We're doing some giveaway tomorrow. We got some giveaway tomorrow at the show. We still so the 3 grand prize winners from the Black History Month giveaway. They are still gonna get Dynamico stuff, and then I'm waiting for shirts to arrive for seed giveaway. People who want seeds and shirts. I'm just waiting for the shirts. I don't know where them damn shirts is at. I think I got the tracking number like a week ago, so I gotta check that. And I've been waiting. So I know y'all been waiting for y'all win, but and thank you for your patience. But I don't know. I'm waiting for these shirts to get here, and they just have been taking forever. So we'll see. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow or any of these next couple of days, those shirts will pop up. And because y'all got tracking numbers already. I just gotta shit. I printed the tracking numbers out. So I should have probably just sent the seeds already, but I mean, you know, you want to avoid paying all these different shippings, and so I'm just like, shit. I'll wait for the shirts to come, then I'll send the seeds with the shirts. But shirts ain't got here yet, so hopefully soon. All right, cool. What's the name of that? Dead Ops Times Khalifa Genetic Strain 703 working on it again. Yes, White Pirate. White Pirate is the newest release. He's been working on it for the last couple years. You know, and 703 is one that came to me as a grower. He's also developed into one of my best students alongside Goldbeard. Goldbeard, you can kind of say, help mentor him. Goldbeard being my top student. You know, 703 came at a time where Goldbeard was just on fire, so he kind of had Goldbeard as a way to, you know, someone to look up to, and he kind of followed in those footsteps, and he also, like, you know, became one of the best students now at this point. So he's been working on something that he's really excited about. White Pirate, I'm excited for him. You know, he's been itching to release it. He was begging me to release the F1 a while ago. I said, nope, not yet. You can't do what everybody else do. You know, you gotta do it the right way, and it takes several steps and several moves you need to make before you just start selling the seeds, right? It got to be right. So that's something that we are excited to be bringing to this. We actually, so I mean, we might as well talk about it now. We actually are planning to release a box. So it's going to be a box. So expect when we release White Pirate, expect there to be several releases in a box that includes Valley of the Sun feminized, Dead Ops feminized, White Pirate, and several other crosses. I believe 3 other crosses that y'all are not familiar with that we will keep to ourselves at this time. But that is what we got planned for you guys. So when we do release White Pirate, it'll be coming with some other strains as well. So White Pirate OG, Dead Ops OG times Limon Blanco, which was an award winner in the Spanibus Cup. Dead Ops, you know, it's award winner in Trinidad Cannabis Cup, and then the Gelato 33 portion of the parental lineage is from Gelato 33 outdoor strain that was produced and stabilized over the years for bud reproduction. So it created some really good bud flower production outdoors. So it was a combination of those parents, and we're excited to bring it to you. And I know 703 is excited. So stay tuned for that. Ads really are heavy. Yeah, Doug. Come on, man. Listen, man. They said ZaZa only one coming with the ads, man. Listen. Tell them to copy that. Tell them to copy those ads. They want to copy everything else I do. Copy them ads that I got. Yeah, that's it. Smoke. That man's gelato times. You dig? Struggling to remember. Hey man, we all do that every now and then. I want to smoke, bro. I want to smoke, bro. Y'all trying to smoke? What we on? Hey, y'all play Xbox, man. Listen, I'm on Twitch, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Twitch, man. We playing. We on Call of Duty, man. Jump on, man, with us, man. Yeah, Bearded got Valley of the Sun, man. That's Bearded Strain. Oh, they go Bearded. Bearded's in the chat. That's also Gold Beard Genetics. Oh, it's a feminized strain too. Damn, my fault. Good shit, Bearded. I didn't know that was also a feminized strain. Also, that's definitely something that they will be excited about once it's released, man. That man's Gelato times Limon Blanco. Feminized. Shout out to 703, man. Yeah, see, you got Bearded. I didn't even know Gold Beard was, because he be having so much going on with a brand new baby. Well, not so much brand new no more. That boy's getting so big. I put outside before last frost. I meant to relate to his garage story. I put a few outside to test the weather. Throwaways and runts. Yeah, exactly, Doug. That's how you get them. That's how you get them, Doug. Easy. Let the environment do it for you. Listen, if they can't hey, it's not about finding the ones that's not gonna make it. It's not about seeing how many aren't gonna make it or seeing how many are gonna show undesirables, because I'm pushing them so far to the limit. I know they're gonna die. Like, the environment that I'm creating is so harsh that I'm only looking for the abnormal one that can survive. And if I can find two of those, man, this is what I'm saying. If I can find two of those, it comes along with so many other good traits. Athleticism, vigor, strength, mold resistance, pest resistance, all of these things come right alongside it. W's in the chat for that, man. W's in the chat for that, man. That's a fact. Dougie Doug, that's a fact. How much diversity? That's a good question. Let me see. Hold on. Let me bet that white pirate is an easy way to pick how much the team ZaZa and Khalifa genetic. Yes, the foundation is solid, not to mention whatever the flower is like. Yo, I like that. I like that point of view, bro. That's a fact. Yeah. Really, I like that, man. Really way to showcase, some good education and, Team ZaZa and Khalifa Genetics standing together, when it comes to education for this community. I like that, man. Straight up, code name. Tony said, how much diversity is still good in a gene pool? Man, listen, bro. Diversity can be good if that's what you want, man. If that's what you want. If you want diversity, it can be good. How much of it? So, all right, for me, diversity is a tool. It's one of my breeding tools that I use, just like a F1 or F2 or F3 or whatever, S1. Those are all different type of tools, just like a hammer and a nails and a fucking screwdriver, and they're all different tools. So, diversity is also, it's a state, but it's a tool. So it's like, sometimes I might need to introduce some diversity, especially if I'm dealing with inbreeding depression. If I've done a lot of inbreeding and, you feel me, I need to reintroduce some vigor, reintroduce some new life, right? We know that outcrosses, hybridization is attached directly to heterozygosity. Heterozygosity is the only place where you can locate hybrid vigor or heterosis. Hence the word heterosis and heterozygosity. They tie directly together. So when you've done so much inbreeding in order to achieve a certain goal, right? Let's say, for instance, you needed to take out a hermaphrodite. You was breeding so much to get it done, and you finally achieved that, and it's no longer there. But in the process, you had to do so much inbreeding. You had to do so much inbreeding that you lost a lot of vigor. You lost athleticism. You just created a situation where your plants are susceptible to disease. They're susceptible to pests. They're susceptible to mold. You know, they're weak now. But you did accomplish the goal of completely removing the hermaphrodite. So that is not a problem. So you can do an outcross. You can cross with Dead Ops OG or something that's really good, really vigorous, knowing don't have no hermaphrodites. So we're not going backwards. We're not reintroducing something that we just worked hard to take out, right? But you do that outcross and boom, you'll reintroduce all of that vigor, athleticism, blah, blah, blah. And you can start reselecting again down the line. So that's just an example of, damn, that ain't had nothing to do with the question. I must have went way off that question. How much diversity is still good in the gene pool? Damn. I hope I answered it at some point, because I don't even know, bro. Listen, how much diversity is still in the gene pool? How much diversity is still? Damn, that's not it. I did not even answer the question right, bro. Bro, that's not it. I didn't even read it right, bro. All right, so you talking about my strain? How much diversity is? Oh yeah, no, for sure. I keep a lot of diversity in there. Damn, my fault, bro. My fault, Troy. Let's say no. I purposely have not focused on trying to isolate traits that make the plants exactly alike, right? I haven't focused on creating homozygosity for any particular desirable traits, right? I've really just focused on isolating and stabilizing vigor, athleticism. In structural, I've worked on structure as well, to the point where you only get about 2 different structures. So it's a little diversity there. But when we think in terms of terpenes, it's diversity there. You'll find several different phenotypes, and that's purposely, right? We want to use Dead Ops as a breeding tool where breeders can isolate their own version. You want to create this version that's perfect for your environment, right? South Africa, Dead Ops chapter. Australia, Dead Ops chapter. All of those will be worked on in the near future. West Coast, Dead Ops chapter. East Coast, Dead Ops chapter. East Coast, United States. You know, these are different chapters that are Trinidad, Dead Ops chapter, right? Trinidad right now, and over the past couple years, one of my best students has been breeding Dead Ops, his version, to be perfect for that particular environment. Very high humidity. A lot of imports that come from the United States don't do well in that environment. A lot of garbage mids is in demand because these hype strains and the good indoor strains don't do well outdoors in that environment. So he's able to take something like Dead Ops and mold it, because it's strong enough already, and mold it so that it'll be perfect for that environment. Over the years, it becomes Dead Ops Trinidad chapter, Dead Ops South Africa, Dead Ops Australia, you know. So I leave diversity, a good amount of diversity. You got to figure Dead Ops is a combination of a land race from Afghanistan, northern Afghanistan region, a land race from Uzbekistan, which is a colder, completely different environment, and then a couple skunk versions, UK cheese and skunk number 1, the original skunk number 1, both skunk ancestry, both are skunk number 1. UK cheese is a version of skunk number 1, a phenotype. So those are the 3 parents that make up, if you want to be technical, skunk number 1, Uzbekistan landrace, and the Baikal hash plant from northern Afghanistan. And those 3 create a huge, and then if you want to add the additional UK cheese version of skunk number 1, they add a huge amount of diversity and kind of give you a good, solid platform to start from scratch. The thing that they paint on, what's that shit called that they paint on? You feel me? Yeah, that thing. They give you that brand new. You feel me? And you make it however you want to make it perfect for your environment. So then I'm working with you directly on the side. You know, you going through my lessons. You join Team ZaZa. Team ZaZa is working with you over the couple years, and then you get it approved through me to say, hey, this is my official distributor for Dead Ops, wherever you at, whatever version you create outdoors. So if you have a harsh environment and that's something you might be interested in, you want to join Team ZaZa, tap in with Bearded Budsman, tap in with Goldbeard Genetics, tap in with 703. If you want to just learn with the group in a group setting, you want to learn to be a breeder, you want to learn growing on the next level, man, tap in with those guys, man, Team ZaZa, and learn what it takes to become a part of the team. That was a good question, man. How much diversity is still in the gene pool? I read it all wrong the first time. You know, I'm a little off. We way behind on these questions too. Still, damn, I'm even further behind now. I would say this about low viewership. You're talking about advanced topics so less people can understand the material. There you go. That makes sense, Doug. For sure. But ultimately, yeah, we're gonna start to do more of the stuff that I used to do in Clubhouse, because I mean I got thousands of hours of classes on Clubhouse, so we just did growing 101, right? Because 2 times a week we did growing 101, and then we did breeding on however it was done, and then we did 2 classes of breeding, advanced and then beginner. You're not high again. What will a dumb twat with tit? Oh gosh, you're not the rookie. How you do show? So that's why people want to learn from you too, because they. Yeah, you know it. Hey, much love. Smokes a lot. Hey, Doug, you know it, man. Doug said, listen, man, them boys spraying and praying. You know what time it is. That's a fact. How many plants you consider a good pheno hunt, Za? 10 for the beginner. 10, you don't want to do a lot, man. You got to build yourself up. You got to gain that experience to even understand how to identify those subtle nuances and those subtle differences between a small population before you can do it with 100 or 200 or 3. The inexperience and the pollen chuck is going to tell you, oh man, you got to have 1,000 plants. They'll tell you anything to make themselves seem really smart so that they can sell you something. So don't believe the hype. They don't know what they're talking about. They couldn't look at 1,000 plants if somebody put it in front of them. It would probably make them throw up. So don't believe the hype. They cat. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know nothing. They cat. So anyway, yeah, 10 plants. Anything that's an even number where you could, because listen, the way selective breeding works, if I breed 10 plants, if I look at 10 plants, I could imagine that 10 plants to be 1,000. And it's the same. It's a numbers game we dealing with. So I don't need to breed 1,000 when I could breed 10 to understand that same, get that same information. Plus, if I want to really learn this thing, I gotta take it slow, man. You gotta start slow and be serious about it. Just remember this: men age like wine, women age like milk. It gets better and usually easier for us as we get older. Don't worry about the pickup lines. Just be yourself, and you'll find the right one. There you go. Good advice, Smokes a lot. MD, your question was asked and answered before. Oh well, you know, I wouldn't know, Doug. I gotta make you a moderator, Doug. We gotta get you moderation, man. Send me your YouTube, man. I'm gonna do it tonight, man. Let me know anybody else that really want to be a moderator for these lives. We're gonna start doing these lives multiple times a week, man. Cause Team ZaZa, they in here. We gotta get Mike King. Mike, he's been had they probably like favorites or whatever, and not moderators. They're probably like VIPs or whatever. Oh, there's some 500 ppm colloidal. Ooh. How do you use it for best results? Should I dilute it? That is a very strong ppm of colloidal silver, and most likely it won't work. You'll need a very accurate TDS meter to be able to determine and water down, because you're gonna have to water it down for sure to even try to get it to work. And then I would suggest about 30 ppm. You want to dilute it to about 30 ppm, and that's the thing. You'll have to have a really, really good, expensive TDS meter to get accurate enough results to even. So it'd probably be more worth it to just buy something on Amazon. I don't know where you're located. I know you're in the Caribbean, but I don't know if Amazon is accessible for you. If you bought 500 ppm, I'm assuming you got it from Amazon. So it's a 30 ppm bottle that I would suggest. 703 can suggest it to you as well. You know, it's a couple if you don't know how to make it yourself, but yeah, hit me in the background or hit 703 and he will show you which one we suggest, because it'd probably be cheaper to just get that instead of buying a TDS meter and trying to dilute it, unless you got a really good one already. Oh yeah, there you go. Bearded said dilute that silver. I use 30 ppm. There you go, 30 ppm. Good job, Bearded. Thank you. I'm so far behind. There you go. Coco also said 30 ppm. Thank you, Coco. Is rainwater a good option? Good question. Smokes a lot said, wait, what? Don't copy his sauce. Yeah. Stop it. Just joined, Doug, but thanks, bro. Why you gotta make me spend money, ZaZa? Hey, listen, man. I'll make it worth your while, man. You spend some money, man. I'll give you 2 packs for the price of 1. How about that? I'll make it worth your while, man. I'll meet you halfway, Smokes. We'll give you 2 strains for the price of 1. How about that? We don't got too many strains up there, so. Bearded said, rainwater? I don't think I've ever looked into that. I know it's similar to still water, but picks up contaminants on the way down. Not sure if there's enough to hurt the outcome. No, yeah, rainwater is good, man. I've done a little research on rainwater, and it's definitely a better option than tap water, or but that's a good point too. Like Bearded said, it just depends on what, you know, how it's being collected, right? If it's but it's definitely one of the best waters you can use for sure. If you're getting it straight from here to there in a clean way, right? It's not running down no rusty gutters or, you know, type vibes, adding metals and, you know, whatever type vibe, like Bearded said. Yeah. ACI fam. Shout out to AC Infinity, man, for sure. Use code Team ZaZa at checkout, man. Get you a discount. Earn me a commission too. You know, earn me a commission, man. Make me a couple dollars. You understand me? I'm about to put in an order right now. Hey, make sure you use that code, man. Make your boy a couple dollars, man. You hear me? On hood. I understand that one though. Word. How many of y'all want to see this? Yo, throw W's in the chat if you want to see story time, how I got shot, me being paralyzed, all that, how we recovered. I've been wanting to do that. I've been thinking about doing it. I ain't gonna say wanting to do it. I've been thinking about doing it for a long time, but I'm like, you don't want to see that. He probably won't even watch it. So throw W's in the chat if you want to see that, man. And we might do that tomorrow or another day. There you go. Thank you for answering questions, Doug. We'll have to experiment and find out. Yeah, man. I am very behind, man. I'm very behind, but we don't mind. I talk a lot, though. You see? That's because I really be answering these questions, huh? I just be vibing with my people. You dig? I just be vibing, man. You hear me? We just be vibing, gang. You hear me? We just be vibing. Hey, man, this ain't no script, man. Listen, we ain't got the big companies behind us doing everything for us, doing our thumbnails, editing our videos, all in the videos. Yeah. Hey, man, come on, man. Stop playing with your boy, man. Listen. Hey, man, come on, man. Hey, man, say, man. They say I be trolling people, man. I don't be trolling nobody, bro. I just be telling it how it is, man. Listen, man. You hear me? Drop us what site got those $8,000 seeds. I just want Hey, nah, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all already know who it is, bro. I hate to even listen. I ain't no hater, bro, but listen, I don't like the you feel me? I don't like to put bad energy around people's whatever they do. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you know type of shit, but you should know. Like you should know, like you already know type shit. But you might be so tapped in that you never even seen that side of things because those same packs that listed on the site for 10,000, 8,000, they being sold for $50 in the real world in the community. So it's like it's just stupid, bro. You could buy them same packs for $75, $50, but on the actual website they 10,000, 8,000, 5,000. You know, you've seen it before. You know what I'm talking about. I say, if rainwater is safe for consumption, it should be safe for dilution. After all, I do live in the Caribbean and on a very tiny island with very good air quality. Yeah, for sure. Rainwater would be really good. My auto started foul because it's too cold a couple weeks ago. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. You got to remember, autoflowers are hybridized versions of the true ancestral strain, right? The true ancestral strain is ruderalis. Autoflowers, the autoflower is just a trait of ruderalis. The autoflower trait was developed over time through evolution to help ruderalis survive some of the harshest conditions. But what we know to be autoflowers now are just hybridized versions of ruderalis because people are saying that ruderalis, whatever. That is what it is. I think 50-60 is a good temp. I'm getting way colder if thicker stock. I practiced with Amazon hemp seeds, and honestly, I had great grows and some bad from them. Yeah, that's dope. Coco, I think that's a really good suggestion. Amazon hemp seeds, probably something that most people didn't even know was available. So pretty cool, man. Good point. Good suggestion, especially for newer growers. Most plants will photosynthesize as long as temps are above freezing. The temps restrict movement of certain enzymes. The plant needs to complete the process, but that's freezing temps. There you go. Damn, you're getting 250 grams of seeds? Yeah. And that's exactly how they sell hemp seeds, is by weight. So it'll be like, it won't be like, 10 seeds. No, it'll be like, you can buy 20 pounds or 10 pounds of seeds. You're like, damn, I don't need no 10 pounds. I got the question a long time ago because I'm working on my own genetics, but very illegal here. Okay. Got 50 seeds off a 18-inch auto. 50 seeds off an 18-inch order. Why was it seeded? The joke is, don't get caught breeding. Yeah. 3 gallon. I think we're going to catch up soon. I seen a female resistant to temps as low as 25, 30 degrees, but she lost 85% of her seeds in older families. There you go. So think about if you were to take that one with another one that was even outperform that one or just as good, and you bred them together, then you would end up with offspring that were very resistant. And then you find the 2 best out of that and do it again, and the 2 best out of that, until eventually over the generations, you'll have something that's completely resistant to that temps. So it's possible. Just depends on how far you are away and how long it'll take. Well, the size was the factor. ZaZa stuffed wood. I don't know about that. You'll probably make fun of me if you see how much. Can we light the can we light up? Can we light up, gang? Hey, they say this too, man. Listen. Hey, they say this too, man. Hey, y'all don't know me very well. I could talk all night, bro. I'll be in this motherfucker till 6 in the morning answering questions. That's the difference between me and them. I'm really an educator. I'm really a teacher, bro. I'm really a communicator, bro. I've been doing this for so long, bro. I started teaching at 17 years old, man. I started teaching around the world at 17 years old, man. Team ZaZa South Africa in the building. I was just telling y'all. Y'all thought I was playing. Dead Op South Africa chapter. Come on, man. Come on, man. You think I'll just be making this stuff up? Then you see Team ZaZa South Africa pops right in, man. If you're in the South Africa region, make sure you tap in with the gang, man. If you are interested in joining Team ZaZa, make sure you tap in with Team ZaZa. A lot of people like to reach out to me, but that's their thing, man. That's them. That's their gang, man. So, that's their group. I'm just here to do the teaching. I set the classes, I do the motivation and inspiring, and I give advice and I give ideas and I inspire and influence, and that's my job since 17 years old. Teach, motivate, and train. That's what I do. And but the team itself, the Team ZaZa thing, if you want to join, tap in with them. When does Dead Ops Feminized come out? We're working on it right now. Like I said, I'm at the very final stages of making my final selections for and we just growing out. So we got some plants that we're looking at right now. And then you want to see the mama plant? I'll bring the mama out. How about that? She's about 6 weeks old. I don't know. I'm bad with dates. I don't document. Don't tell nobody, because it would be a bad example for me to tell y'all that I don't document as much as I used to, because I'm a little lazy. Plus, I think I remember all in my head, but I mess up too. So don't do that. So I'll show you this mama right here. This mama. Let's see. There you go, mama. Yeah. Let her sit up in the seat. Yeah. So this is mama. 703 is a cool dude. Had a long chat with him last night, man. Yeah, shout out to you, Smokes a Lot. I was doing homework. I was under the gun with an assignment, and I couldn't really chat with you. I appreciate you hopping in, because he hopped in, and he the one who told us, like, yo, the joint is set up incorrectly. You know, like, set up incorrectly. All right, let me get my seat back, girl. And then, we'll provide some developments on the Boondocks glue mutation. I think we'll do a seed to reversal to harvest. Well, not seed to harvest, but seed to isolation video. And I figure we're gonna wrap this up once I complete the comments. So we're almost there, I think, man. We can grow until 9 and be processed by 6 with room for clones. Keep the nicest ones. Valid as sun, dead. Yes, we're working on a box now, so make sure y'all stay tuned. I see all the W's in the chat, man. Y'all want to see that movie? See that movie. You want to hear that story time? How I got popped and what I was doing and the process of getting popped. When I was a victim of violence. You want to see that? You like to know that story, huh? We do a story time how I went to prison not too long after. Those would be cool story times. What y'all think? All right, so let's see. In the F2, they're gonna start getting them exposed, right? Yeah, any generation of inbreeding is gonna expose recessive traits. Yes. Heterosis equals heterozygosity. Absolutely. It's the only way you'll find it. Shout out to Blunt Society in the building. Also, leader of Team ZaZa South Africa. So, like I said, if you are in that area and you're interested in joining Team ZaZa South Africa, make sure you tap in with the guy, man. And we'll sit down and we'll meet about it. I have another dating question. How can I have 2 girlfriends? How can I swing that? Hey, man, you just got. Hey, I can't even answer that because I only got one. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna be the good one to give advice on that, man. I only got one. Hey, man, listen. I ain't even about to get out here telling my business. I almost started telling my business, my girlfriend business, really. She be watching my videos sometimes, so can't be saying just anything, man. She catch me slipping up here. Let's work on getting you the first one. Hey, listen, hey man, that's what I'm saying. Can't wait for y'all to see the Dead Eye. Exactly, Dead Eye South Africa on the way. We're in the southern hemisphere with it. You know what time it is? Arid and dry, yeah. And Dead Ops South Africa chapter is gonna be perfect and adjusted. Just specific to that particular environment. And that's what it's about, man. Creating phenotypes that are perfect for that particular region and environment. That Dead Ops is going to have some fun in the sun down in South Africa. You know it. Tim's get 100 plus out here. That's cool because I trained Dead Ops in 110. I bred it and created it under the 110 degree weather. Like, man, some mad summers ago, but yeah, Tense used to be 110, 115, and she loves it, man. Everything that couldn't stand it got called out, right? If you couldn't stand 110 degree weather, you would just get removed. So now, Dead Ops, it does fine in that type of weather. It likes the cold too. Likes the cold too, man. Put that baby outdoors and let it cook in the sun. Natural CO2. Yeah. I'm feeling good, Boom. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling like Listen, I feel like I got to catch up with these comments so we can end this chat, but I'll be running my mouth, man. It was my birthday yesterday, man. Man, my boy was turned up. Your birthday passed, Blunt? Happy birthday, man. I ain't even know. Yeah, I ain't know it was my boy's birthday. Yeah, Beard about to be 37. There you go, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Old enough to know, enough to answer that question. Jesus age with the halo on the pocket. Trying to link up with the Trinidad tone, but with no success. All right, Rasta, tap in with me. Tap in with me because you if you're in Trinidad, then you know how to the current state of Trinidad right now. So a lot of things we gotta it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Out in the environment like so. Just tap in with me and we'll get you caught up and locked in with the team. Get you on Discord and all that, and eventually, because Trinidad is they weird. It's a lot going on out there right now with the gangs and just the laws and they just being weird out there. So we just we kind of low with it right now. We ain't got nothing going on right now. Nothing going on in Trinidad right now. Everything's shut down right now. So that's probably why you can't hear from them. Man said he got about 200 F1s. That's what's up, man. I hope you do something with it, man. 10 is a good round number. Do a bunch and focus on the 10. Best thing, shoot. Yeah, do 10 and act like it's 1,000. It's the same. It's no difference from you playing 1,000, right? 1,000 just comes with experience. It just gives you the ability to do the same thing at a faster pace, right? That's only, but time is not what we worried about right now. We're not worried about. We're worried about learning how to do it. So it doesn't. But the same exact thing. So you can take 10 and imagine that it's 1,000. Understand that the same ratios will work whether it's 1,000 or 10. There you go. I work from home as well. It's about community being mine doesn't exactly. Who would you recommend for new meters? What type of meter? A par meter or hydrometer or a pH meter? Like what type of meter? Let's puff on some and drink some coffee. You must be in a somewhere else. Has anyone heard about nitrogen? You must be in South Africa too, Tasty. Or somewhere where the time zone is different. I can't remember who the guy was, but I saw a few days ago. He says, has anyone heard about more nitrogen for more fem seeds? Or is that BS? Has anyone heard about more nitrogen for more fem seeds? No. So I don't really understand the question, but if I'm thinking I understand it right, I think you're asking, will an increase in nitrogen create more feminized seed? No, those two aren't related at all. Like nitrogen has nothing to do with reproduction. So nah. Listen, if we get, however, I only think we got one super chat this live, but shout out to that super chat. Listen, if we get 4 more super chats before I get to the bottom of these comments and end the show, then we giving away 3 packs of Dead Ops to 3 winners because we getting close to the bottom. I collected 100 units. Rainwater is good. Harvesting from tar asphalt roof ain't good for you. There you go. That's what I'm saying, Doug. W's in the chat. Oh, I think they want to see that show the story time. I think that's what those W's about. In the number 47, 3, GD, waiting on the government to free the herb so I can put my knowledge to use. So all for now, it's just guerrilla experience for now. Well, thank you for supporting, man. Hey, listen, join the Discord, man. Get with the team, man. You know, get close to the team and decide whether you want to join Team ZaZa officially, man. Let me see. Thank you. Blunt, he said I'm a good storyteller. I just talk a lot. Hey, don't get hey man, I just talk a lot. I mean, look, how many people you know just go? That's why I'm so slow in the comments. I just be talking. Listen, I just be talking, running my mouth. Hey, listen, I've been trained to do that though. That's what I know how to do. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's different, bro. I'm really, I really do this, bro. This is really what I do, bro. Like it's hard to keep up with me as a, because this is what I've been doing since 17 years old, man. I used to stand up in front of groups of adults and teach large groups and train and hold meetings and, prepare people. So I broke records training and teaching as a kid, man, 17, 18, 19. And now we here, 44 years old, still teaching. So this is just something that I do, man. I just never, it's a different type of teaching. So I never wanted to teach in a classroom, right? I'm more of a inspire people and teach and show people, so a lot of times educational tools become a gateway for me to inspire people. So it's not necessarily the type of teacher that you might think like in a classroom with I could do that too. But that's just not, I'm more hands-on with it, It's more to than my type of teaching. It's more to it. Like, yeah. Listen, you make me think about my blunt, bro. Yo, bro, you feel me? Listen, we got the show tomorrow. We got QCE the podcast tomorrow. If you want, I'll drop the video, story time video in the morning, in the afternoon type shit like that. Listen, man, I just be talking about, bro, come on, man. This is what we do, bro. Listen, that's why I love the fact that we only got 5,000. Bro, if they knew how quick we do what we do, listen, this is why I don't stress it, because I know we could grab another 5 like that and another 5. It's just that the work that I got to put in to get there, but just to know that we got so much control over how we do this and how we, you see what I'm saying? We just be chilling. And y'all are a part of this journey. We family here. We really community here. If you in my comments, if you one of my supporters, you community, you family. Already know what time it is. Discord link. I heard a big breeder claim that ruderalis isn't what they always use. I forget the name of the plant he mentioned though. I didn't take notes and can't remember the name. Not sure if that's true though. So it is only one, right? There's only 3. Indica, sativa, and ruderalis. And ruderalis is the only thing directly related to the autoflowering trait, so there wouldn't be anything else. And I'm not surprised that a big breeder made that false claim, because they say a lot of stuff that's not true. A lot of the biggest ones don't know. Anybody in the chat playing with TC? What's TC? Despicable. What it do, Despicable? He said, what it do, gang? Hope all is well. Everyone I've been listening, trimming. You're in trim jail right now. My bro in trim jail right now. Shout out to Despicable, man. Also, one of Team ZaZa extended family members, man. Much love to him and his family for sure. Did a couple side grows back in the mid 2000s. There you go. Sea of Green. For the ones that don't know, SOG stands for Sea of Green. And then you got Scrog, which is like the net style thingy, right? You want to, it's a way to kind of support the branches as you train and spread your branches out. Hey, we're gonna come up with some wild questions if you stayed up till 6. Nah, I'm staying up till I catch up with the comments, man. We in here until I catch up to the end of the comments, man. And if y'all do 3 super chats, then we're gonna give away 3. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4 super chats, and we're gonna give away 3 winners. You're only growing main cola, so now there you go. Kind of gives each cola attention from the light so that it grows out almost just as uniform as a main cola would. Pretty cool, man. Well, that's good if your hand's sticky. That means you chopping up some gasoline, yeah. Man, much love, man. Shout out to Dabs, always supporting, man. Always in the community, making waves and showing love and supporting. So make sure y'all follow him too, man. And you know, it's always a journey. Yeah, man. Vigor is what it is. Trying to get in the Trinidad ZaZa team. How? So, like I said, Rasta, just tap in with me, man. I got you, gang. Just tap in with me, man. We'll get you right, man. I know it's a lot going on in Trinidad right now. So in that case, you know, you'll just tap in directly with me, and we'll get you all set up. Looks good. What strand? Yeah, join the Discord. Flip the Northern Lights, mother. You got a couple in the Discord right now just hanging out. They probably in here too, though. We almost down to the end of the chat, gang. Y'all about to loot. You better get your questions in. Listen, how many y'all know going to do a Q&A until the questions is done, man? Golden Tiger, Aguari, and Dead Ops 1212 from C, but was anxious to yeah, man. Thank you, Dabs, with the website on deck, man. Make sure you do that 30% off too, man. Use that code right there. Get yourself 30% off, man. I'm not on Twitch. I'm not streaming Twitch right now. Am I? I don't think so. We shouldn't be streaming Twitch. I didn't stream Twitch. I'm streaming straight on YouTube, and StreamYard is probably what you see. So StreamYard comments. But that should be only YouTube too. It should be, I'm just streaming from StreamYard. Best bet for yield. In fact, Scrog is probably the most efficient, but warning is PETA. I prefer Scrog. There you go, man. Yes, exactly. With Trinidad, man. That's why I know what's up, man. I know what's up. Rastaman in Trinidad too. Yeah, it's a lot. I was watching some YouTube videos on Trinidad. Yo, Yo, y'all want to react to this video? We gonna react to this video. We're gonna go out with a bang on Hood. In a video like 25 minutes though. I think we're gonna restart though. Huston. So what I'm gonna do is once we finish this live, I'm gonna hop over to Twitch because I'm not sure if YouTube is gonna let us watch this video. It's a weed video. They might. I think we're just gonna react to it anyway on YouTube. If they don't monetize it, whatever, we're just gonna rock with it. All right, Green Crack. What do you say? Green Gauge Group 8. Sheesh. What? People are sick, bro. $9,000 a pack, bro. Much love, John. QCE, that's quality community education. Yo, popping seeds. I'm 1982, bro. 1980, bro. 44, man. I turned 45 this year, man. My fiance 30 though. We 14 years apart. Shit, I'll be 15 years apart from her soon. No, she turned 31 before I turned 35. So she'll be 31. We'll always be 14 years apart, pretty much. Yeah. So she keep me young, man. My fiance keep me young, man, you know. So smoke something like Blue Mass. That's a great idea. You think I can make a perpetual grow in such a tight space by every week popping new seeds and all growing together under 12? Every week? Whew. Every week? A perpetual that harvests every week? It's going to be a lot of work. You're going to need a lot of space, too. You said Rude Ross has nothing to do with autoflow. What? What? Wait, what? Dude tripping. Whoever dude is, dude don't know what he's talking about. The term autoflower is literally a trait that was developed as a survival mechanism in order for ruderalis to adapt to harsh environments and conditions, specifically those in Siberia. So, I mean, that's the only reason that autoflower trait was created. Tissue culture. Tissue culture is good. It's definitely something that you can practice if you do your research. You'll need to really do your research. Tissue culture can be very useful, especially when we think in terms of autoflowers, right? Because autoflowers can't be cloned in the traditional sense of how we would clone a autoflower or photoperiod, right? We can't clone it the same way because it just don't work, right? But tissue culture allows us to kind of stop the clock in a sense where we're taking just that tissue and growing it from there. So it can be really useful in that sense and just in terms of preservation. So yeah, no, it's all about sterile environment though. I think if you really need to grasp the concept and learn how to create and maintain a sterile environment first and then start learning tissue culture, you know, because without a sterile environment, there is no tissue culture. And it's a lot more difficult to create a sterile environment than people think, man. Tons of alcohol and tons of fucking, in some cases, high-end equipment and HEPA filters and all type of, stuff that needs to be in place. He said to say you can double your followers, like double. Everyone wants to do that. I think you gotta weigh it. Took mad long time to build your show, so set the bar high. But +1 only is a win. Yeah, of course, Doug. It's always a grind, man. It's always a grind, man. One at a time, bro. It's always a grind, and it's a good quality grind too. Like our community, like the people, is small, but it'll grow over time. But the quality of people that are here, that's what really makes sense. It'll eventually become a family environment, and that's ultimately what we want. Them late night questions coming in, man. I see you. I don't think y'all letting me get to the bottom. You starting deep there, Doug. We not going to the moon tonight? We definitely went to the moon one night. That was when we were streaming for like 7 days straight, I think, or whatever. It was 24 hours straight we did. Hey, man, you'd be surprised. I think she do like you, man. She just playing hard to get. It's a blood moon tonight. It was a crypt moon the other night. Hope they don't fight. Let's see. There you go, Rasta, man. We got to get you in the server, man. I got 2 people on my team from Trinidad. Yeah. So yeah, y'all gotta join Discord and really get to meet everybody and kick it with everybody. Cheers, I'm 45 this year, 1980 or 82. There you go. No, I'm 1980 as well. I was just saying I'm 1982. Like TOO. So we the same age, man. Blunt is avoiding the first divorce. Hey, man, you're doing a good job, man. Just work hard. It's always a compromise, man. It's always a compromise. Even when things are good, always check in to make sure there's nothing you can do to make them better. And she should be willing to do the same thing. And if y'all can do that, be smooth sailing, bro. Full moon to pop seeds. There you go. Some people do believe in that pop seeds by the moon type joint. I seen that. Crazy work. Yeah, bro. Bearded said, have a good night, man. Gotta hit the hay. Much love, Bearded. Remember that show when Hugh Hefner had 3 girlfriends? Much love, Bearded. Doug, become a millionaire. Hey, yeah, right. Look at Diddy, man. Maybe you don't want that, man. Look at Diddy, man. Look at his. You gotta be responsible once you get it, Doug. Don't go Diddy with it, because then you'll be, Seems like all those guys, man, get rich and famous, and they got all these, I agree with you about autos, bro. Always known this, and this guy says this and that. I was tripping. Yeah, man. I'm not surprised, man. You'll see some of the biggest companies. You'll see some of my YouTube videos where I'm reviewing somebody asks these people, the owners of this huge company, the most basic question. Oh, what do you look for when it comes to breeding a breeding male, a true breeder male, or a breeding male, something like that? Like what traits are you looking for? Easy question, man. Straightforward, requires straightforward answers, and they was just like blah, 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 blah. And everybody in the comments made all the excuses for them, and oh no, they probably don't want to give up the secrets, and they probably, and then and then months later they sell you herms. They make 100 grand plus selling you herms, and then still they ain't do nothing wrong. Hey, listen, man. You know, I'm just doing what I do, man. I'm who am I? Y'all gonna do what y'all do, man. You gonna invest your money in whoever you feel like is the best, and that's all right, man. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. I ain't mad at you. One last question: do you think cocoa will also be better than soil for the sog? And mix 80% mineral and 20% organics in a big watering container. Oh gosh. Oh, that must be for somebody else. I feel like I was not a part of that conversation. I want to use it to maintain my mother stock. Are you going to move it to DG, feminized spraying autos, a well-aerated soil? What area soil could be the empty cocoa? For a long grow, I've been using salt-based nutrients. I'm an organic grower now. There you go. It's all about preference, man. Whatever floats your boat. Some people use both. And there's been times where I use both. You have 3 beans from random pack. You would like to keep them around. Think it's worth trying to work with them? You have 3 beans from a random pack. So when you say random pack, what do you mean? Like, all right, let's just assume that you mean like a pack of seeds. You don't know the breeder, you don't know the name of it, where it came from, and it's just 3 seeds in a pack, unidentified seeds. I guess I'm assuming that you grew them out and you liked what you grew. Is it worth keeping them around? Yes. I mean, yeah, of course. Create a mother plant, especially mother plants are excellent sources of flower reproduction and having consistent flower. Something that, if you love the plant for flower, then make a mother plant out of your favorite one of the 3. Get rid of the other 2. Make a mother plant out of your favorite one and just keep either self it, make more seeds from it, or just keep cutting clones from it and growing them out for flower. But I wouldn't do any breeding with it because you don't have any. I mean, it's a maybe baby. You don't know. You don't know who the mama or the daddy is. And that's a foster child. You have what big container? Move it. I see you. Respect. How many gallons? What up, team? Blue Thumb, what up? Gorillas in the chat. Trev, what up? Who yawning? Any from BC, Canada? Shout out to BC, man. One of my first Team ZaZa member ever is from British Columbia, man, for sure. Anybody from Canada in the chat today? Anybody in here from Canada? The trade wars are going crazy, man, and it's creating a lot of weirdness between Canada and the U.S., man. So, unfortunate situation. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow on tomorrow's show, the QCE podcast. So we'll talk about more of, do you think it'll affect the home grow community? Cannabis in the United States are really tight sort of allies in the home grow community and share genetics back and forth and, kind of closely. So that trade is sort of in effect with the home grow community as well. Do these now, what we consider a trade war, affect the home grow community? And if so, does that then trickle into relationships? Because there's tons of patriotism being represented, which is dope. But I think it's all because we'll talk about it tomorrow, man. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it tomorrow. Make sure you smash that like button if you appreciated tonight's live. I think we're getting close to the bottom, so make sure you smash that like button. Is anyone from 51st Street? Nah, ain't no 51st Street Crips in here, man. No 51st Street Crips in here. Shout out to the 50s, though, man. Shout out to the 50s, man. Is that what you mean? 50th, 51st Street? I don't even think there's Crips on 51st Street. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not what you mean. I was thinking 57, 55th, 52nd. But no, 51st. I think that's well, that's on the other side. The Hoovers are on the 51st Street. The Hoovers and the Trouble Gangsters is on 51st Street on the other side. Maybe that's, I don't know. Or maybe it has nothing to do with gang culture. Maybe you're just talking about something else. I don't know. Let the block know. I truly appreciate the giveaway, man. Yeah, man. Much love. We getting to the end, gang. LOL. I'm down with the being on 51st. Who from 51st Street? Y'all banging in the chat, huh? They banging in the chat, man. They thought, yo, who banging on who, bro? Y'all stop banging on each other, man. Hey, y'all don't be banging in them other chats. Much love, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all funny as Are we laws? Your gun laws? Let's grow. Are we laws? Your gun laws? Let's grow. Okay. I like that. I don't know. You don't want to get caught with that blick and that weed in the same place at the same time, though, man. Hey, them feds will run down on you, man. Yeah, I'm saying keep them things separate. You feel me? Keep your money and your bud and your blick separate, man. That's just what I'm saying. All that shit, all three of them separate, man. Never in the same place at the same time. None of them things need to be in the same place at the same time, ever. Well, I guess blick and money go together. Let's not mistake that. So yeah, I guess that's a requirement. If you got a whole bunch of money on you, which you shouldn't, then it's a requirement. You should have that, but don't have that, and that, and don't have that and that. You dig? Only have that if you got that. The mix, well, you dig? Hey, yeah. What do you say? He said, bro, if I had boxes, whoa. They beat around the bush in the interview session. Yeah, they did. You were gonna crash out if you were hosting it, man. Listen, man. I want to do this. I want to do this reaction, but I want to start it from Twitch, so we don't get. But I might put it up on YouTube too. But we might be back in a couple hours. Might be back in like 10 minutes. I might do this. I want to react to this video, or I might react to it in the morning. I don't know. Hey, much love, Blue Thumb, man. Thank you, man. Much love, man. Make our pick was 7 inches tall and look like lady with the structure. Yeah, for real. Saying we're having Diddy party is not. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's an attraction. I think that's more like a make a month turn around in the opposite direction. If you want to fit more plants, use cola bottles with the top cut off is tall enough for decent root growth while letting you fit a lot more side by side. There you go. Make sure you check that latest video out too. We talking about what steps to take after you done your first initial outcross. So that's the most the most recent YouTube video I dropped earlier today. So make sure you check that video out, man. And hit the comment section, man. Show some love. Hit that comment section. Smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. Show some support. It's a freebie. True. I like one for sure. Indeed. Oh, thanks. I use both and freebies. Nuts from shows. Right. All right. My government just wants to make us all broke. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I snagged my medical card for the 245 planes waiting in the mail. I like Lavette Blue and Molson getting wood, and Pete Moss might jump to. I think he's talking about 51st Street is in if Canada became a 51st state. Oh, 51st state. Damn, was that saying street the whole time? And it said state. I'm rich, bro. I'd be high, bro. Don't mind me. It makes me want to go back, but I made it so far to the bottom. I don't want to go back up and look to see if that says street or state. I'm assuming I was just reading it wrong and it says state, bro. It's the weed, bro. I want to smoke too, bro. 51st Street. I'm talking about gang shit. Come on, man. Oh, man. Damn. I'm talking about the 51st, the 50s, the trouble gangsters on 51st with the Hoovers. Come on, man. You tripping, bro. These people over here talking about Canada, man. The 51st state. Okay. Yeah. I'm hot, bro. Don't mind me, man. There you go. I'm slow, bro. But we made it to the bottom. We made it to the bottom, man. Marvel Rivals. That's probably a cool game. I'll play whatever, man. I'll play whatever. I'm about to roll up, man. Listen, man. That was a good one, man. Nice little Q&A. Make sure you with us tomorrow. What we did. We started at 10. 3.5 hours. Like that. Come on, man. I rocked with y'all for 3.5 hours, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody gonna do it like that for you, man. Love y'all, man. Yeah, I was bugging. I was tripping, bro. I was tripping, man. Listen, man, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Make sure you smash that like button before we get up out of here, man. Smash that motherfucker. Take a second. Smash that bitch right now, man. You hear me? Smash that. Blick and Bud. How is we talking about Blicks and that's wild. We wild, bro. That's why I say we different, bro. You can't talk about that type of stuff in the squares chat. You feel me? Y'all, they some squares, man. You hear me? We can't. Ain't nothing wrong with being a square, though. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with being a. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You hear me? Hey, but y'all ain't talking about nothing, though. You hear me? They ain't on nothing. Straight bump. Straight bump. Y'all ain't talking about nothing, bro. Y'all know what time it is, man. Come on, man. Finally, you feel me? We rolling up, man. Hey, man, we in the Discord. Smoke a lot. Much love, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Hey, love y'all, gang, man. It was a ball, man. See y'all tomorrow, 9 p.m. QCE the podcast, man. I'm out of here. Get it.